30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
He's a big fan.
Well, I appreciate that, and it may have been my first NHL fight against Drayson Bowman that you're talking about. I hit him a couple, and they have a couple slow shots of me getting him right in the face.
Yeah.
I want to send it to you just in case you want to see.
That's cool stuff. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
Did you ever make any goals?
Next week.
What, do you want everything from me, G?
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Today, Monday, September 8th, 2025, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. And I had my daily lawyer call as to what can I can and cannot say. And it seems like there's more that I cannot say than I can say.
Those are a real buzzkill.
Yeah, but I'm kind of gotten used to them. And the guy that's been giving me the information, he is very, cool. I can tell that he just got up a few minutes ago. He sounded really rough, and he just kind of reiterated what I kind of probably already was planning on doing. And so I kind of laid out what I thought potentially he was going to tell me, and it was exactly what he was going to tell me. And he's like, "Okay, it seems like you got it. See you later." And if you know what I'm talking about, if you're a fan of the show or you listen to the show. By the way, welcome everybody, Dan.
Good morning.
And of course, Lummy.
Good morning.
Lummy, I heard you arrived in a big limo.
Yeah, I almost got stuck in the parking lot.
Really?
How'd you get stuck?
Well, the parking lot was very tight, and Gene got a very large limo for 5 people. I think it sat 12 to 14 people, and just trying to make that turn.
Gene looked like a character in Batman.
He was going for that mafia look.
He looked like the Penguin.
Yeah.
So welcome to Seth Kushner and the Macho Man. Welcome, everybody. So, Lummy, you and I just drove up. I was in my F-150 with the Merch Crick. It was just us two. You arrived in a 25-foot or however many feet limo. With Lasker, his wife, your wife, and who was the other one?
That was his fence guy.
His friend.
It's just his friend who does his fence. They do fences together.
Oh, Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty.
Oh, okay.
How'd you get in the limo? When did you coordinate the double date with Gene?
Yeah, because I never heard of it. Did you, Seth? I didn't hear him planning.
No, I rode over there in a Ford Escape with no Scotty that puts up a fence.
Oh, I pretty much. Gene asked how we were getting there because
we
kind of live close.
Hey, Lummy, how you get? By the way, was Gene completely, absolutely shot out of a cannon on Friday?
Yeah, he was talking a good amount.
Oh my God! I had to talk to his wife at the premiere and say, Sarah, can can I have your number where he's getting just a little bit right? He's running hot.
It's so good for the show, man.
It is.
People said that the people reached out to say that was the best show that they've heard in a long, long time.
Yeah, there was some language that was used, too, that's probably not so cool.
Well, that's why people like it.
Well, he could get away with saying those things because he doesn't really work for you.
Well, not only that, but he doesn't really work for anybody.
Right.
So, like, let's say
and people aren't sure if he's a real guy or not, too, so that always works.
And good luck canceling him.
And here's the deal. Let's say that you're somebody that's offended by his language in some way, shape, or form. He owns his own company. And it's an industrial, Dan, somebody could really, with your plastic surgery, center, or even your law firm, they could screw with you a little bit.
But we own it, though, so
No,
I'm not going to fire myself.
I know you do own it, but, you could.
Absolutely.
Nobody's going to mess with the powder coat and shop, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you can't get canceled.
Yeah, you can't. It's like, what I mean, you're going to make them do 10 less Busch Garden rails this weekend? He didn't care. So anyway, we'll be probably not predominantly talking about it because I can't talk a lot about the documentary that's scheduled to be released this Friday. Video Killed the Radio Star. I'm really not allowed to talk about it much.
Are you allowed to talk about the rowdy crowd and how they wouldn't be quiet when the documentary started?
No, I mean I can talk about what happened at the premiere. I can do that. I can also play Channel 10. We were the lead, or the documentary on us going ahead and amidst of a pending lawsuit, followed through with our premiere.
Forged ahead
Friday, and it went quite well. We can talk about the people that were there. We can talk about our opinion on how people perceived it. We can talk about, your opinion on, you watching it, all of us in this room, long form. I think we can take phone calls from people that might have attended and what they thought about it.
How do you feel? I mean, how do you feel about it? This is obviously, this is a...
Oh, I think it went, I didn't know what to do when it was done, and everybody kind of did a little bit of an ovation. I didn't know if I was supposed to get up and thank everybody or...
Yeah, you do a wave.
You did it, Bubba. You got up and waved and smiled at everybody.
I was just embarrassed. I just, it was just, I was crying a little bit.
Why were you embarrassed?
I just
get attention.
I don't do well.
You should have been embarrassed a long time ago. Now it's no time for embarrassment.
Exactly. Oh, my God. They talked about my penis.
I'm a lot like Seth in some cases. I don't like large crowds. I get a little anxiety. Put me behind this microphone and in my own little radio world or my little content world, and I can let it rip. Or put anybody in my world and I can interview them no matter who they are. But, in public, I'm not as good and secure as I am behind the microphone. So, I think if it was to start with me, I think I did it. It absolutely. I think 90% of the people that were in that theater had never seen any part of it. Whereas Steve and Jay and Dan and there's a lot of people. You, Seth, Lummy. There's a lot of people that have as the, Ian Longen has been putting this together, you guys have gotten various clips or segments. At one time it was going to be a 3-part segment, and then we put it all together. So there's a lot of people that have seen different iterations. Is that the right term? Mm-hmm. Different iterations of it. Seth, there's not a lot in it that you hadn't already seen. You've seen most of that.
Yeah, well, I saw it when it was 3 parts.
Right.
So, when the thing was close to 4 hours, I was there.
Oh, shut up.
What?
227.
No. I'm saying when it was 3 parts. It was.
Yeah.
That was a 4-hour.
So, but I was really excited and enthused on the 90% of the people that have not seen 1 second of it and their reaction to it. I think overall they liked it. I think it was very successful, and I think it's gonna do well. You got to think we had what? I think there was 508 people at. That's what the total.
Really? It was. First of all, the venue was really interesting. It was a beautiful venue. It was packed. I couldn't believe how packed it was, and I think a couple stars were born. It was neat. It was really a neat event.
It was really well done. You have to understand that place that we had it at doesn't have a movie screen. Did you guys know that?
Oh.
Well, it's a theater, though.
No, well, but it's like they have a 19-foot theater. I'm sorry. They have a 19-foot collapsible screen that is about half the size of the one that we watched. So when we were renting, when the film company was finding out a place that we could put it, we had to be somewhat secretive. One of the reasons why the tickets for the event didn't go out till Wednesday or Thursday is because we didn't want a bunch of people. You
didn't want the noise. You didn't want the noise.
And we still up getting some noise.
It's all right.
But
good noise.
We kayfabed it for the most part. And so,
is that made for live productions? Is that why?
Yes,
There's no theater. It's a live theater.
It's more made for like plays and things like that.
Okay.
So they do have
and weddings and stuff like that. That was a cool little
neat. Yeah, it was really cool.
It's a super neat. It was built in 1901.
So it's like Tampa Theater, but for live productions instead of movies.
Yes, and so the first obstacle is that they, Tate and Ian had to go out and, there's all these AV companies, these rental companies, had to find a big enough screen that occupied that entire space, and then a subsequent sound system too. The sound will sound better through your TV than it did in that theater. The sound at times I thought was a little off, but I think to see it in a movie theater with people in the movie, to see it in a packed movie theater, and then the reactions of people on different things that they popped on throughout the documentary really, really made me very proud.
How'd you feel like Tom, Bean, and Tate did introducing the film to everybody? Do you feel like they got the crowd hyped up?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted it to be a low. We that's not what we wanted it to be as a big hype job.
Oh, okay.
That's why we stopped. We weren't going to do and let's not forget. Hold on, let me show you something here. Let's not forget that we have this right here. that needs to be addressed. Yeah.
Is that
page by page?
Roger Stone's Rider?
No. I mean, so this gets served to me. This is a TRO, temporary restraining order. This gets served to me in the parking lot.
Jesus, so big.
And let me just tell you the inner workings of this TRO. This temporary restraining order. Now, know that the film's attorneys have not had an option or not had a chance to go in front of Your Honor yet. They've
never had a chance to state their case.
No, this was all one. This is all just the plaintiff, doing emergency at 7:00 at night. Now, listen, if you know anything about the judicial system, the most powerful judges are federal judges. They are the most powerful judges. Now, the most powerful judges in the entire land is the Supreme Court. But you have to have a monumental case. I mean, what?
They say no to probably 90% of the cases that go in front of them. Maybe 85% they say no to.
That's even just to see them.
Right, to even look at them.
1 or 2% even get their day in Supreme Court.
Right.
So what is... When you need a ruling or you're going to sue federally, it goes to in Florida, there's 3 districts. There's the upper district, the middle district, and the lower district of Florida. We're in the middle district of Florida. So the state of Florida is slivered into 3 sections. And so Nick Hogan and the estate of Hulk Hogan have been trying to get this thing shut down. And it's like, why don't you guys watch it before you try to do emergency orders to a federal judge at 7:00 at night to shut this thing down? You'll see that we don't talk bad or illy towards Hulk Hogan at all.
Or Nick or anyone, really. No one.
Nobody.
It was nice.
So they, at the end of the day, we get served. This has been going on all week. Now, here's the thing. I don't even know that I can talk about where, like last week, Lummy, I was able to say, okay, go here and go go click on this particular link and pre-buy it. And I'd like to, and we were trending number 1 at the time. For 3 days, we were the number 1 trending documentary on this particular platform. I can't even mention the platform even more.
Oh, come on.
Dan.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing I can talk about is what's been handed to me in my hand, a huge federal lawsuit, temporary restraining order. I can talk about what happened on Friday, meaning we watched it all and people's reactions and what you thought about it. And then I can talk about the Channel 10 story, because Channel 10 did we were the lead story, Lummy, on the 11 o'clock Friday night newscast.
Yes.
We were number 1. I mean, we were the night. Hold on, got to find out where that's coming from. We were the lead story on the Friday night deal. See, there it is, right there. So I'll be talking about that as well. So Dan, here's my, and I know Jay's a little bit more experienced than you, but if you serve me here it is, summons in civil action, a lawsuit has been filed against you. It just basically this is the cover page of the lawsuit. Mm-hmm. Now, when you serve somebody a lawsuit, I'm the defendant, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Means I have to defend whatever you're alleging, correct? Right. And so, in doing that, I need all the data that you have on me. Well,
you need notice and an opportunity to defend yourself. That's what due process is. So, notice and an opportunity to state your case.
I never, and I've been a plaintiff, I've been a defendant 4, 5, 6 different times in various lawsuits. I mean, very rarely am I a plaintiff, but I'm a defendant yet again. And here's what I don't understand. They send me redacted versions, like this is redacted. Like how am I to defend? Like Dan, wouldn't you think that I need to know what you're redacting in order to be able to just to defend it?
Looks like the Epstein files. I mean, you can't get anything out of it.
What I'm saying is, like,
it's ridiculous.
If you're gonna send me a federal lawsuit and you're gonna serve me in the parking lot of the premiere that you've tried to block, why would you send me the redacted version? I don't understand.
It's a lot of black on that.
So here's the thing. The filmmakers' attorneys are going to be able to get in front of Your Honor this week and present our case. And then I will be able to either they may shut the film down. They may edit the film. They may, I don't know. I just know
did the restraining order, what was it trying to stop specifically, that restraining order? The production, the actual premiere?
The premiere, the showing, the existence. They don't want it. They want to shut it down. Mm-hmm. Let me just give you this bit of information. And I want to keep my phone open, Lummy, in case the attorneys are listening and saying you can't go there. I got to have it wide open. Okay, it's wide open. By the way, Lummy, how about, you want to hear this? This is good. Oh, yeah. Great news.
All right.
Kenny Price, shivering, the Brisbane says, $2,000 yesterday to put him over the edge to qualify for BARP. So, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, my little Chapel Hill? Thank you. It was probably, what, let me, maybe he had a hole in his pocket because, Bill Belichick pulled one off and North Carolina won. So thank you, Shivering, Ciro, Niz, Biz. We love the hell out of you. Thank you so very much. Now,
I fell in love Friday night.
What's that?
I fell in love Friday night.
With who?
Steve, Brooke's husband.
Oh my God.
Is he not the greatest guy in the world?
He's not only a good, he's not on the level of looks of Jimmy Cleavis.
Oh, he's a handsome guy though. He's absolutely a handsome guy.
No, he's a handsome dude, but Jimmy's next level. You know that.
Right.
I mean, Jimmy's so pretty, he's almost a woman.
I didn't say that.
No, but I don't mean that. Like, I'm just saying,
on your plate.
Jimmy's very much a man. I think he was a
wrestler,
an AAU world champion Greco-Roman wrestler.
Yeah, he's been wrestling for 3,000 years.
He's 100% Greek. Like, he's a good looking dude, and he's so good looking that he's almost a girl. Like he's that hot. But Jimmy has a good personality, but it's a reserved personality. Right? Would you not agree?
He's quiet.
He's reserved. Whereas Steve has a little bit more of an outward personality, which makes him even that much hotter. Mm-hmm. What a good dude. My mom gravitated to him. That's why I had to sit by Brooke, because my mom wanted to sit by Steve.
He was a great guy. I really enjoyed meeting him.
What a good dude. Wait till you hear. I hope I can say this. I got to keep my phone open. Wait till you hear. Love you too, Jimmy. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, Bubba. It's Mitch the Mark.
It's who?
Mitch the Mark.
Oh, Mitch the Mark. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you after the whole event?
Exhausted, tired.
We can't talk about it.
Happy. Oh, we can talk. We can talk about
Bubba's exhaustion.
We can talk about how Seth Kushner came in and proclaimed out loud that he Pee Wee Hermaned in the upper deck.
Is that why I couldn't find you?
Yeah.
He was Pee Wee Hermaning.
Yeah, I found
to Heather's crib episode.
I found a little spot.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that attended can give us their opinion.
I thought it was great. I wanted to tell you congratulations, but I got nervous myself with all those people there.
Well, I mean, you got things to make yourself. I mean, of all people to be there with no way to take the anxiety off. You always have whatever a person could potentially need times 5 to take the edge off, my friend. So you having an edge on yourself.
I thought that freaks you out when you're on mushrooms around a bunch of people.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
no, I wasn't on mushrooms this time.
No mushrooms, Bubba. See?
Yeah, there you go.
Natural freak out mode.
Wrong cocktail.
But it was really, really, really great. I was really proud for you watching all those people pop during everything and just seeing their just candid reactions. It felt so good just to see everything, and I can't wait for everyone to see everything else. I know it's going to happen for you.
I appreciate you, Mitch and Mark. Good talking to you.
Boy, Reginald Roundtree looked like a gangster, didn't he?
He did.
Like he was on witness protection during part of it. We're in an undisclosed area.
Reggie couldn't make it there's some family issues going on.
Because he was talking about his suit that he was going to wear. I mean, I talked to him before. He was really excited to go.
I need to get with you privately and tell you what's going on. I did talk to him on Saturday, and he's like, "How'd it go?" And I go, "I got to tell you, Reggie, you got it. Like, there's a couple times where you actually got a pop.
Yeah, he did.
Like the movie theater, popped for you." And he's like, "Really?"
Yeah, he's one of the stars of the show. I'm nominating Tuttle for an Academy Award too. He was an integral part of it.
I think, in my opinion, the person that did the best was Kevin Hazlett. My opinion of the ranking of
the darts
would be Kevin Hazlett. Jay and Steve are up there.
Yeah, they did great too.
It was all about telling a story and tying it together.
It was amazing that it was a story. It was almost like a song where everyone starts singing different lyrics into the song sequentially. Because they used literally to write a paragraph, they used 6 different people going back and forth, and each sentence was meaningful. And that's what amazed me, and how I'm not going to talk about it by name, but how it was edited.
You can say the doc.
It was edited really, really well.
And you know what? The thing about it is, one of the things I like about it is, at first they bury me. Like, when the tape first comes out, all the pop-up social media stuff, and the Hodge twins, and that one chick that's got a podcast, and then the other dude, everybody thinks it's me. I mean, they bury I get buried, including I bury myself.
Yeah.
And then it starts kind of unwinding it all, and it shows you what the media never, ever reported on. Nobody knows any of that. Nobody knows what the main guts of the documentary. Nobody knows any of that because, the Hogan versus Cox lawsuit settled. And you don't. The media doesn't go tonight. Lead story 11 o'clock. This company settled with this person. Nobody talks about that. They settle. Usually, places settle when they are so. And there's so much damning evidence that they don't want the public. They don't want to go through a public, trial and let all this information out, which will do more damage to their company than just to write a big, like $60 million check or something. So, I liked how it kind of, and then the kicker at the end as to who they were really trying to get, right? Nobody knows that. I mean, Dan, what was your thoughts on that and the fact that they used this?
Yeah,
this
really
little,
the long play on it.
Yeah,
was crazy.
The long play is wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So anyway, I will tell you this one bit of information, and I'm sure that I'm not supposed to be saying it, but it did happen, and it was very concerning, and it had Mark Tate and Tom Bean, and it just had Ian Lange, and it had everybody freaked out. Now, in order for us to secure that venue, obviously there was several thousands of dollars to secure that venue. And then you had, the step and repeat, I'm just talking about the hard cost, the photographer, the red carpet, the tickets,
the food.
It was.
Who had the gelato truck afterwards?
I don't know.
Okay.
So.
Just some chicken empanadas?
I had a couple. Upstairs, yeah.
We
didn't do a good job at communicating as to where was what, because there was some free food upstairs, some empanadas and things like that. So we didn't do well there. But here's what nobody understands is there was thousands and thousands of dollars. The movie screen, just the screen rental, and not using. They literally had a screen that might have been the size of our back wall. They put their screen up. Tate and those guys start going over there on Tuesday to start because they really want to make sure everything's dialed in, and they have their screen up. And Tate's like, "What is this? Something you'd put in a classroom?" So he had to go find
like a little skinny tripod.
Yeah, literally.
The wind was catching it. It was rippling like a sail.
And so it took Tate and the guys a while to find a AV company that had a screen that would work, and then we had to get some big boy speakers, and then we had to make sure that we can run it through the laptop through it project okay.
Well, the production, Bubba, I was going to have to tell you, was dead on. The thing was really well documented. Edited. It flowed really well. It looked as professional as anything I've ever seen on a documentary. And, I don't think anything was lost on the fact it was a temporary screen. It was great.
I don't think people even knew it was temporary screen.
No, I thought it was a theater designed for a movie. So I had no idea.
But nobody was sober there. They don't know what the hell was going on.
I'm sorry. Here's what's going to blow your mind as to, I don't understand why Nick Hogan and the estate of Hulk Hogan is so aggressive to the point where all of last week they were in front of a federal judge with emergency rulings. They at one I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, the federal judge was in his chambers clear up until 7 o'clock doing emergency orders and all this kind of stuff. Federal judges, they're supposed to be making emergency orders over things like Alligator Alcatraz and the releasing of the Epstein files, important stuff.
No way. An 8-second Hulk Hogan clip is definitely worth stopping the world for.
Exactly. So Hogan's count. I'm sorry, the people that are suing us, the Hogan estate, they're in front of the federal judge every day last week trying to get this shut down. And temporarily, right now, as we speak this morning, I am somewhat shut down. I cannot tell you where you can go rent this Video Killed the Radio Star. I cannot.
What if I know where I can go?
Well, you can't say it. You're on my show. So I'm responsible for your actions.
What can I go to a street corner and start yelling it out? Would that be legal?
Well, like a real estate,
just like
marker?
an old school, yeah.
Like a sign twirler.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, how have we got to get the word out, Bubba?
You say a blank a day keeps the doctor away.
Wait till you hear this, Dan. At 3 p.m. Friday, this past Friday, 3 p.m., 3 hours and 30 minutes before the doors are supposed to be open.
T-minus 3 hours and 30 minutes.
They serve the venue. Hogan's Council, the estate of Hulk Hogan, serve the venue one of these gimmicks.
Really?
They serve the venue, putting them on notice that they're liable if they play that. If they play my document, or not my, if they play Video Killed the Radio Star tonight, Friday night at 7:30, they're now officially liable. So at 3:30, the director of the place calls Mark Tate and says, "We're shutting it down. It's done. I cannot, we're just a little venue here." I don't even know what the place is called. Like the
Centro Estéreo. $20, Greg DeFlippio. Love the documentary.
So, thank you, Greg. So, at 3:30, the director says, we can't be like, we've never had anything like this. And they've had other premieres there, and they've had other stuff there. The place is booked most weekends for different things. And so the director tells Mark Tate, unless you name us on your insurance policy and you email me that you hold us harmless, it's canceled. So at 3:30, here's what I don't understand is, what are they so afraid of? What are you so afraid of? And so
is it fear, or is it they want cash in on it? You know what I mean? There's two different motivations. One is they want the money, they want to get paid,
probably,
and then they're worried about fear. But you didn't say anything negative about anyone in the family at all.
I think it's all about his legacy, and they don't want this story. This story's been out, has for 9 or 10 years. That this story, after the Gawker trial in 2016, this story has gone away for the most part. And they don't want this story out there anymore. They want him to be able to be Hulk Hogan and be the man and what have you. But what they don't realize is, don't I have the opportunity to tell my side of the story? And that's all this documentary is telling my side of the story, while using various news clips to describe Terry and what he went through, and there's not one ill word spoke about him or anybody in his family.
Yeah, I don't see how they could generate damages for something that's out. Like you said, everything that's in there was out there.
And so,
except for personal testimony of people that have nothing to do with Hogan with that suit.
So here I am. I can't talk about it. I can run the Channel 10 news story, which I'll do next after we get back from break. I can talk about, people that were there. I can talk about how well I think it went. I can talk about how I think people will perceive it. I cannot tell you where you can go and get it and buy it until I get clearance from the judge. And I don't know when the film's attorneys are going to be in front of Your Honor. I think maybe today or tomorrow. But I do know this, that federal, as I was talking a few minutes ago, federal judges are very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. They're appointed for life, and you can only get appointed by a sitting president. And you get appointed for life. And so they are the only people that can shut down the president and on various rulings and things like that. And it's just it's a very prestigious and very powerful job. And when you're giving them information that might not be true, that you're interpreting one way, and you're asking him to interpret, like for instance, Dan, they haven't given Your Honor the settlement agreement that I supposedly signed with Hogan. How
can they base something on a document that they can't produce?
Well, that they're going to produce, And so all I know is this before I go into words is that when you make a federal judge mad because you've presented him with evidence based on your feelings being hurt and based on you being so narcissistic that you think you're above the law and that, you're the other side of a story that you don't want out cannot be told, and you have this judge jumping through emergency temporary TRO, which is temporary restraining order. You have this judge at 7:00 in his chambers on a Wednesday night, motion after I mean, the poor judge, hold on, let me tell you this. The poor judge has had to read every one of these pieces of paper over this past week. They have just inundated him with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of papers that he's had to read, and made rulings on papers that, may not be telling the entire story. And I don't think that he's going to be in a very good mood when we bring our paperwork and show him that there was nothing that needed to be classified as an emergency and we didn't do anything wrong.
Well, judges don't like to be misled.
And so here's the one thing I didn't know, and I've never seen in my entire life. I've never seen a judge tell a plaintiff, you need to lay down a $500,000 bond for in case Mr. Clem is correct. They have to lay a $500,000 bond for in case they've embellished or caused us damages, and I think we can prove they've caused us damages to the point where they damn near shut down the whole thing at 3:30 on Friday. Now, how embarrassing would that have been had we had to be at the front at the steps of the top of this theater on Friday and told everybody it got canceled? How stupid would we look?
It would feel like the Catch Cube days with the rain. Frustrating, sad, angry.
Yeah, boy, of all things to bring up. Appreciate it, Dan. So anyway, Lummy, hopefully I get some type of ruling this week where I can tell people where they can go.
You're saying there's a chance you could get $500,000 off this?
No, I don't. I can't get anything.
No, Seth, what he's saying is that there's a chance because the judge even agrees that Bubba is subjected to compensation if he has real damages for a frivolous lawsuit. And so the judge is protecting everything he's doing by saying, listen, if you guys think it's that big of a deal, you got to fork up some money, because if you have caused Bubba illegal damages because of
unnecessary
damages because of your misleading temporary restraining order, then yes, Bubba would have an action against him, and so that's what that bond is for.
We'll get all that figured out. Let me go to words, and I'm going to play the Channel 10 deal. I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I'm just going to play the Channel 10. I think there's an article coming out in the Tampa Times. I know Chris Spada was there for the Tampa Times. I know he interviewed Brooke. I don't know if it's going to come out today or tomorrow, but be looking for that as well. Back in a minute. Stand by.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Good morning, Dirt Merchant.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. Any quality that can withstand the tropical climate. We only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Call WeatherTight Windows now. First.
up there, Virgin? Roger, good morning.
Ooh. Well, did you really mean it about the Bears tonight?
Of course.
That's going to be a hell of a game.
I don't know.
Is that at Soldier?
Yeah, I'm scared.
No, you guys are good. The Vikings are going to struggle.
I mean, I know that the reason the Lions lost yesterday is not because Ben Johnson wasn't there, but it definitely seemed like
They were lost.
they were missing him.
They were lost. But the Packers are very good. Bubba, do you mind looking at your phone, checking your message real quick on your telephone?
You said you don't think the Packers are good?
No, I said the Packers are good.
Yeah.
I think the Packers are better than the Vikings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
So, I mean...
The Vikings are... We haven't seen J.J. McCarthy at all.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be like a team that's...
Not from this past talk set. I just need videos from Gary at the event.
Oh, no, I know. We were just asking about...
The past talk set, no.
Okay.
You got your pretzels?
Yeah, let me go get it.
Careful. Man, the hit pieces have coming out on Caleb Williams. They're saying he ignored coaches last year.
Well, you know what?
Saying he had a bad attitude.
Now it's this year.
Man. I know.
And I was talking to coaches.
Oh, man. Man, USF's been fun to watch.
I know, man.
Can't believe they handed Florida their ass.
They got a good quarterback. Fucking Nico Gramatica.
I just hope Nico can commit.
There's too many weapons on offense.
I just hope that we can.
I looked at his
I just hope that we can keep that fucking. You think USF's going to be able to keep that quarterback, or somebody going to pick him?
Well, Lummy has to come up with a few $1,000s. All boosters have to help pitch in to keep that kid.
Right, exactly. He gets a lot of brown envelopes.
I think they're going to do anything they can to keep him. But Tennessee definitely wants him.
Tennessee, wait, this kid's doing well for Tennessee.
I know,
What,
Hey, Justin Fields looked like $1 million.
Oh, man.
He looks so fucking good.
Dude, if the Steelers didn't hit that 60-yard fucking field goal, dude, I was so... Man.
Sharon Rodgers looking like old Sharon Rodgers.
He looked good.
Yeah,
Buffalo kicked ass last night,
he
too.
was dropping some dimes in there. Dimes.
I just hate week one, man. It's just so many anomalies. Or what I hope are anomalies. Like the Bengals had 7 yards in the second half yesterday.
How many?
7. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They have like $400 million invested in the offense.
Joe Burrows is getting his ass kicked.
Every year,
His
man.
line
Every
sucks.
year.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, this is probably the last thing that I can talk about with regards to the documentary Video Killed the Radio Star.
Oh.
So Channel 10 was there. I did tell the camera guy.
Yeah.
To tell Caitlin Lockaby or whatever her name is. Isn't that her name?
Yes.
That I was kind of a fanboy.
What did he say?
He's like, you want her to come on the show? I go, yeah. He goes, I'll let her know. I think they may have me on camera saying like, oh my God, you guys better sign her to a 10-year deal, or some big market's going to just absolutely gobble her up because she's
You want to gobble her up?
Well, absolutely. I mean, she's way. I mean, I know my limitations. Like maybe a Jimmy Cleavis or Steve Olinsky or maybe even a Dan Diaco. That's the type of quality.
You love your roster of hot dudes, don't you?
I do got a good roster of hot dudes.
Yeah,
I do.
Tonight, documentary drama. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay News at 11. Great to have you with us. I'm Courtney Robinson.
And I'm Dave Wagner. Just hours ago, Tampa Bay shock jock Bubba the Love Sponge premiered his new film, Video Killed the Radio Star, while under the threat of a lawsuit.
Yeah,
and let me just let everybody know, this is a newsworthy piece that ran as the lead story on Channel 10 Friday night.
At 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock. This is their lead story. So this isn't me pontificating about the lawsuit. This isn't me pontificating about what I'm allowed or not to do. This is just simply me playing the lead story of our CBS affiliate, Channel 10, home of Caitlin Lockerbie.
This documentary to clear his name in the Hulk Hogan sex tape scandal. And he got support tonight from Hogan's daughter, Brooke. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Chris Hurst was there.
Yeah, for the showing in Ybor City tonight and talked to both Bubba and Brooke tonight.
Chris, the sex tape scandal, it ended Clem's friendship with Hogan. Nick Hogan is now suing over it. You were in there for it. Is the video in the documentary?
Well, we couldn't stay for the entire documentary, but Bubba the Love Sponge Clem says no, they took that part out, but is planning to keep it in for the wide release of the documentary next week. As for Brooke Hogan, she says Clem and her dad were friends for years and that he's taken too much of the blame for the leak of that tape.
I hope that they see the real truth behind this very salacious tape.
Bubba the Love Sponge Clem says a surveillance camera captured Hulk Hogan having sex with Clem's then wife Heather nearly 20 years ago and admits he made DVDs of it.
Most people think that I had everything to do with it. I taped it.
Matt Heller. Let me look at Matt Heller.
Yeah, looking good.
the Dan Balzerian of Tampa Bay.
Dude, not that it was like I only stood out because of just maybe his smile or something, but I love that he was like wearing shorts. And,
he
was pissed.
He comes up to me and starts apologizing. He's like, I came right from work. I didn't have a change of clothes. I'm like, Matt.
No, he can pull that off.
I said, Matt, don't even worry about it, bud. Like, I'm glad you're here. Don't even worry about it. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
He was really self-conscious about that, Bubba.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, Matt, I wouldn't want it any other way, buddy. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I transferred to DVD. I shopped it. I sold it. I brokered it. And I only did about half of that.
But he says someone stole those DVDs from a locked drawer, then shopped and sold them. Clips were posted to Gawker in 2012, making headlines, ending their friendship, and deeply damaging both of their reputations. What do you want your legacy in Tampa Bay to be?
I want it to be, I'm not the a-hole, shock jock, bad guy that everybody thinks I am. I'm actually a pretty good dude.
As for Brooke Hogan,
there's all this litigious stuff, there's all this drama and negativity, and at the heart of it, Bubba was my dad's best friend. And I'm so glad I came because I'm getting so many...
There's her husband, Steve Olinsky. The man.
People, like you just don't even realize how good the energy is here.
She adds the lawsuit her brother Nick filed to prevent the film's release is unfortunate.
My whole family is very litigious.
You think?
So
I mean, at least she knows, right? I mean, like at least she knows that her family is very litigious. Terry would sue anybody for anything.
Yeah. Has Nick ever had a real job?
I don't know. I have no idea.
My whole family is very litigious, so I think that just kind of like comes with the nature of it. Unfortunately, that's the only way they've known doing things.
I can't wait for our day in court. It's been lopsided. They're on offense and they got the judge. We haven't even gone yet. We'll be there Monday and we will prevail.
They could have used better clips though.
Now, we reached out to the attorney for Hogan's estate tonight, but they didn't want to say anything on the record. Now, that federal judge issued that temporary restraining order on the use of that video yesterday. Clem told us he got served with that restraining order here in the parking lot tonight before the showing. Live in Tampa, Chris Hurst, 10 Tampa Bay News.
Is there any way we can put that up on our Facebook or a link to that or something like that? Appreciate it. Thanks.
Windows are created and installed with
sorry,
Hell yeah, they are.
Weather time, Mike. So let's see if we can get that up on various pieces parts. Thank you to Gary Cantrell. I know he was in and out. I think he stayed at your rental property, Lummy.
Yes, he did.
Thank you so much,
Paper Towel
Gary.
Willie.
Paper Towel Willie, love you as well. Saw Adam from Fenderworks, Todd from Steps, just Lasker. Supposedly Lasker's wife got Lummy. Supposedly your wife got Lasker's wife a little bit tipsy, and at the start of the movie, the room started spinning. And so she went back and stayed the rest of she laid down in the limo. Did you know? I'm sure you knew about that.
Yes, I did. Yeah, they were having
I
a
thought
good
maybe
time.
something offended her or something.
Was that an excuse to bail on the documentary, you think?
Well, might be. I mean, it's something you would have thought of, but you didn't.
No. I just barely anybody knew I was there. That's how I like to operate.
But if you had a limo to retreat to, Seth, you'd have definitely gone to it.
Oh, I retreated in the Ford Escape.
Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Congratulations on the premiere, Bubba.
Thank you, sir.
This is totally off subject, but it has to do with your fat blood. Last week I heard you all talking about that, and I just had a quick question to kind of give you something a little off topic. I had my spleen taken out 50 years ago, and I've never had it addressed. And I was wondering if there's any suggestions I can get to something for long term on this.
With regards to maybe from the doctor, Dan?
From the doctor and from your standpoint of getting your blood done and spun and made thinner rather than
I don't think that has anything to do with my spleen at all. I'm not a doctor. I still have my spleen.
You did a change of topic for your old-ass spleen?
No.
Oh, absolutely. I figured you guys are going to run into a wall here before too long with what you can and can't say. Maybe you can get some medical advice.
Well, you know what, sir? You're probably all right. We're going to run into a wall here soon. It's just a matter of when. So, yes, giving you some spleen advice from our doctor might be get it in now because we'll probably hit that wall about 7:30 and be worth nothing. So, Dr. Dan, first of all, he had a spleen removed. Is there anything that you need to live differently or stay away from as far as foods or supplements or anything like that with regards to spleen health?
Well, they usually get like a pneumococcal vaccine. They have a tendency to be more susceptible to certain infections. So there's a vaccine protocol specifically for people who've had splenectomies. Otherwise, they pretty much live normal lives.
Sir, do you get that do you get that shot?
No, I haven't, but I appreciate that. I did hear that there's a risk of infection
a specific type.
On that type of thing.
Dan, what's the shot called? So this
It's
guy,
a pneumococcal vaccine.
it's a pneumococcal. You know, you need to ask your doctor that you've been told by another doctor that you might want to look into a pneumococcal
They
vaccination.
give it to everybody now, so you should absolutely have it.
Was it yearly? Is it one time?
I think it's probably a series at the beginning, and then you check titers and do boosters as needed.
So, sir, there you go. I mean, you didn't even know about this pneumococcal vaccine until you called the show, and we may have saved your life, sir. You know that?
Possibly. And I have one other quick question that is not on this topic, but something else. Did you ever get your fuel pump sorted out on your Crown Vic?
Yeah, my Terry from Preferred Automotive said it just. I think it was. He said he thinks it was bad gas. He checked my fuel filter. He checked my fuel pump.
But where are you buying bad gas from?
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, right over there. I'll never buy gas from there ever again. Ever.
Really? They usually don't they do pre-refined gas from Venezuela? They used to.
I think they go down to the port
Sicko.
and get a half a tank of water and then
water it down like the alcohol.
Anyway, sir, it was my mechanic. By the way, he put new rotors and gave me an oil change too. I was doing it, but he said bad gas, and it hasn't. It's been perfect since.
All right. Well, you've cleared up all the mysteries in my life today. Thank you so very much, Bubba, and you guys have a good show.
Thank you. Dan, you know what? You might have. Here's a guy who has no spleen.
Right.
And, you said that he would probably need to talk to his doctor about this vaccination that he's never been talked to about. That genuinely could help him not pick up something because he might be susceptible. What does your spleen do?
It scavenges bad red blood cells. Sometimes it makes red blood cells. It helps with. It's mostly your blood system.
So
it's not necessary. It's like your appendix. You can deal without it.
But let me ask you a question. When I who have hematocrit and iron and double red blood cells issues, if I didn't address it every 112 days through bloodletting, would it be taxing on my spleen?
Maybe not. I don't know the answer to that specifically. I don't know if splenectomy is something taxing or something indicated for people with hemochromatosis.
What if would I eventually have a stroke, or if I just never addressed my hematocrit and my hemochromatosis or whatever, and I
definitely did. And when you got COVID is when you would have died.
Really?
Because you had all that blood, and
Milkshake blood.
makes you a little hypercoagulable. So that was the setting that you would have died.
Dr. Mark probably saved my life.
Mm-hmm. That he sure did.
Dr. Mark told me you need to go and get and donate double red blood cells now, because you could have would it be a stroke? Is that what I would have had?
Stroke or heart attack, either way. You just had you had so much hematocrit, so many red blood cells in your blood that it wouldn't have gone through small holes really well. So if you have any kind of stenosis, it would have clotted.
It's like running water through a tube or motor oil through a tube.
Or a milkshake.
Right?
Yeah, even worse.
Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Bubba, it's Dave, West Palm.
Hi, Dave, West Palm. Usually you got some good stuff. Hopefully it continues.
Well, I just wanted to give you a Brett Favre update. If you get a chance, check out Sage Steele. She's an ex-ESPN.
Yeah, I was always a fan of hers. I always thought she was pretty good.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, she did a Brett Favre podcast interview. It's like 2.5 hours long, but it was really, really good. So if you get a chance, check it out.
Is he slinging anything or anything like that?
No, not really.
Have you reached out to him?
Yes, I have.
Just to see, get maybe we need to get a couple more weeks into the NFL season. We can call him up and get a little breakdown.
Tracy dreams to be like every kid.
Where the hell did that come from? So, okay, Dave, thank you. Appreciate you. Hello.
Bubba, White Iced Tea.
White Iced Tea, hi.
Bubba, on Friday night, man, it looked like you were glowing the whole night, just floating through the auditorium. And I'm very happy for you.
Well, thank you. I just, there was a really, really, really good vibe. There really was.
It's fantastic always seeing the Bubba Army at these events. And you're right, man. Brooke's husband, Steve, is like the greatest dude ever. He's so nice.
He's a good
and
dude.
Very engaging. And for me personally, the best part of the night was giving Tara the biggest hug ever. I got in close on that hug, man.
She's got big knockers.
She was also telling me about her podcast, which I didn't even know she had.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to be checking out. We got to talk about that podcast a little more, man. I didn't even know she had one.
A Seth Kushner production.
Why don't you just subscribe to the podcast, and then you'll know everything.
Yeah.
I will, starting today. Don't worry about that, Seth.
Juggling chainsaws. Seth's going to worry about it because he runs the podcasting world, White Iced Tea, so be respectful. Okay, buddy?
I got it.
All right, got you too. So let me, I think, was this $25,000?
Yeah.
So this guy here, you know how a lot of times colleges and different companies and whatever through a college will do they'll pull some random person out, or they'll have selected some random person a week ago to try to hit a field goal for a certain amount of money.
They do this on College Game Day every week. Pat McAfee gives away his own money for it.
$250,000.
And it's his own money.
Yeah.
He gave away $3.3 million last year.
And so they do it on College Game Day with McAfee, and it's not that long of a field goal with McAfee, is it?
Is it 33 yards?
Yeah, I know it's over 30.
So I think it's like 30. I think Seth's right. I think it's like 33, 35 yards. Now this one here happens to be this is a 45-yarder because the ball's on the 35. See it right here? And this is at the Missouri game.
Yeah, this is Missouri,
Kansas. A much better look at a Mizzou fan who surrendered his chance to win $25,000 in favor of kicking the ball to the Kansas sidelines. Now, here's the thing: had he got a big pop, like the fans went crazy on the deal, then it would have been worth it. But he does it.
It's not everything gets a pop.
Oh, everything's worth a pop. He beat
Not
people.
everybody's a wrestling crowd.
Well, but everybody's a life crowd, and if what you're doing, what you're attempting to do, doesn't motivate people or get any type of reaction from somebody, then what's worth doing it?
How many guys are on the field when there's no game happening at all?
That's what I'm saying. So you have to risk reward. Okay, am I gonna do this, and it's gonna make the fans go crazy, and give some extra energy to my team, or is it a big nothing burger because the fans aren't in on it? They don't know what I'm really doing, and they would rather see me kick and potentially make and or miss this field goal.
I think that the pop has been replaced by the viral moment.
Here we go. Watch. So he gets a pop there. I don't know. Does it say like...
It's a FKU.
FKU. Here we go. So watch. See, now, again, nobody...
Wait, does he have a...
It looks like he has one leg.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Probably could use the body.
That even gives you more reason to try to hit it through the uprights.
Yeah, he could have bought another prosthetic, man. Those are not cheap at all.
But here's what I'm saying. Just for when he does an about face and kicks it into the KU sidelines, everybody's like, it's like crickets. Nobody pops. Nobody knows what he's doing. And so had the place went crazy, I get it. But watch. No, right?
So what happened?
Well, yeah, nobody knew. Yeah, nobody knew what was happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the first pick,
You just wasted an opportunity to make $25,000.
Was he gonna kick that with his?
Yeah, he was.
With his fake leg?
You know what would have been cool?
Dude, Missouri's really stacking the deck.
You know what would have been super cool? Had he kicked it, his leg fell off. Dan, how are those things attached? Are they
suction usually? Sometimes a strap to hold it too, but it's usually like suction, like it's vacuum.
So he could have de-vacuumed it a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. And then de-strapped it so that when he kicks, his leg goes to the 10.
Like the bat swinging through the
his leg goes to the 10, Lummy. The ball goes through the uprights. Place goes crazy. The guy's on one leg hopping, going nuts. And here's the deal, man. As long as the leg falls off, nobody really cares whether you make it or not.
Exactly.
Oh, no, the leg coming off is the whole pop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the pop. That's the viral moment.
Better than this pop. Now, again, I just want you to hear it takes. Hold on, ready? So, what's going on?
He's pretty agile for having one leg.
Yeah, sure.
Who ended up winning that game?
Missouri did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe it was all because of him.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a Dennis Miller joke. I mean, no one understood it. It was weird. It was awkward.
This is the moment. This is the moment when the University of South Florida, the Bulls, 2-0, roll into the swamp and beat the Florida Gators. Was it 16-14?
18-16.
18-16 on Martin Grammatica's son. And isn't he a true freshman?
No, he played last year. I think he's a sophomore.
All right,
now.
he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be an NFL kicker.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too.
He's got a leg.
He's got big legs.
This is the hallway of where the offensive and defensive coordinators for both teams sit. So the South Florida Bulls, I think they're on this side of the hallway, and then the Gator coaches are on this side of the hallway, and the University of South Florida coaches, of course, they're on top of the world. This arguably, and you know the history of the University of South Florida, but Lummy, far better than I do. This could be one of their biggest moments as a team.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, because it's an in-state rival, it is. I mean, their biggest win was against West Virginia when they were number 5. But
as far as
state, yeah,
right.
I mean, now they've beaten every big school in the state of Florida.
And so they're 2-0. I think at the time Florida was 15, 16.
I think 14.
And USF comes in, and by the way, the University of South Florida Bulls had for the first 3 games of college football
Save time and money booking your getaway when you set your price range with a budget beach finder. Get the
that Channel 10 piece just kept rolling. For the first 3 games of college football, I think it had been deemed that the University of South Florida had the toughest schedule in America.
Yes.
They had
Really?
Boise State,
Yes.
Florida,
Yep.
Miami.
Miami's this week.
Is the toughest. Yes, they have the toughest schedule in all of college football for the first 3 games, and right now they're 2-0. Now, Lummy, you've watched them intently.
Yeah.
Can they beat Miami?
Well, once again, everyone will tell you that they have no chance, but I do actually believe if they come out with their defense.
Is it at Miami?
Yes, it is.
And
the good thing is with Miami, sorry, real quick. The good thing is that I know USF is playing up, but Miami, just like Florida plays Tennessee, so they're kind of looking ahead a little bit. Miami probably won't be, but they're also playing Florida next week too. So.
Hey, that's locker room stuff, though, man. You have to hear the cheers from the locker room next to you when you lose, and that's part of the pain.
Yeah.
I don't think they did anything disrespectful. That's the way life goes, man. I've heard those cheers in the visitors' locker rooms, echoing through the walls, and it makes your skin crawl. It makes you want to punch the wall.
You can hear them over there just wilding, going crazy.
And they earned it.
When we return, Conor McGregor, the UFC guy, former. I don't think he's on the roster anymore. I don't think he's under contract. I think he's done. But he's now declaring himself. Isn't there still a civil sexual battery lawsuit against him?
I thought there was a new one that just came out.
Yeah, I think so. He's now declaring himself a candidate for president of Ireland. Right. We'll do that next.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
What's up? Dan Egan. This Cankle, Skippy, Caviar, Blue Lips. Shove it up. Be short sugar. A little bullet, tape dairy. Yinzer. Sprinkle can. Slayer, bouncer. Longer. Well, what was after birth? Good morning. No trust the fart. You ready to feel flow? Permagram, Ryan Hamilton.
It doesn't. Which point you are correct. It doesn't have that.
Shannon McCannon. J-Lo Bracco. Yeah, I saw that Ghost Profiles guys. So we got it. Fuck you. CC. Nick. They're gonna die. Who's gonna sue shit out? Bushies. Not mine. Greenhead, good seeing you too. Charles Evelino. Evelino, the third. Good, Tina. Thank you. On Snooks Lair, which game you referring to?
Oh, no, listen, he's the perfect.
That's a book. There's like 2-3 guys.
And so is obviously, like, he's going to be the next stop.
Yeah. I'll take it.
You realize I have to pay?
Up here on ABC weather.
What's that?
I said, look at this, the weather chick on ABC.
Whew. I mean, that's national. That's the big time. Only the most erotic of women get that spot.
I see that. So watching that.
So you're not.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. And hopefully this week, I'll be able to tell you where you can go get the documentary called Video Killed the Radio Star. Last week I was able to promote it. This week so far, I can't. But hopefully I'll get a ruling soon. Which is just, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I mean, you know, like there's been documentaries about P. Diddy, about Kanye West, about, you know, like,
Charlie Sheen's got the new one.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, at least you're not telling everyone you know.
I mean,
you
no,
went gay with the cocaine.
I'm just saying, like, man, like, talk about a little bit of full yourself, full of yourself. You don't want me to tell my side of the story? Like, that's you're that much more important than me? I can't tell my side of the story? Anyway, citizens of Ireland, the time for change is now. As president, I will not sign any bill in law until it goes to the people first. If you want to see my name on the ballot for presidency, I urge you to contact your local county councilors today and ask them to nominate me. They must have a different way of doing things in Ireland. I guess maybe our counselors are the backbone of our communities. They work together and deliver more for the people than those of the. I
think that's the video. If you needed a.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay, yeah. Be much easier for him to say it.
Good morning, citizens of Ireland.
Yeah, thank you, Seth.
No problem.
I'm here today outside the office of the Taoiseach and Taoiseach, where we are over 200 days into the formation of current government. In these times, this government has cost us our peace of mind, our security, our hope for the future, and the general well-being of Irish citizens nationwide has decreased.
You think if a comedian can become the leader of Ukraine?
Right, exactly, Bubba. Exactly. It becomes, some of these elections becomes who's the biggest rock star. And if you can have a comedian that plays a piano with his penis, or a cackling, handicapped, mixed alcoholic that slept her way to the top become, president or vice president, then why can't a guy who is literally at the top of his field, is passionate about Ireland, and again, won't be bullied by the current, scum that run the governments?
Yeah. I mean, I have mixed feelings.
He's not part of the insiders. He's not part of the good old boys running the government. He's one of the outsiders. That's one of the appeals of Trump, was because he wasn't one of the good old boys that's been, a career politician. This guy owes nobody nothing. He's got his own money.
Well, it looks like for him to get on the ballot, he has to have 20 members of their Congress.
Right. And how many members of their Congress do they have? Do you know?
Oh, no.
And then secondly, will you look at any type of current litigation he's involved in? Because I think that he's got some pretty scary stuff out there.
Dramatically. Whereby we...
Hold on. It sounds like somebody in the background says, "Don't touch me." Listen.
Has decreased dramatically.
You're right,
Doesn't
Bubba.
it sound like
Ears,
it?
yeah.
And so, maybe it's his camera guy or something, and he's in front of some memorial, some national. Maybe he's in some area that he's not supposed to be in. Too close to the White House or something like that. And the security personnel is telling his cameraman, "You got to get the hell out of here." And I think his cameraman is. You can hear him on the say, "Don't touch me."
Has decreased dramatically.
Don't touch me. I gotta film Connor, and if I don't do it right, he's gonna get me an arm bar and break my leg.
Whereby we have seen the homelessness of Irish children risen to levels unprecedented, proving this government's refusal to abide by and respect our proclamation, and where all children of Ireland are to be cherished.
I will tell you, man, he's an unbelievable dresser
and speaker.
Yeah, you're right.
He can cut a promo.
Our children abandoned. This incompetent failure of future generations has been accompanied with an intense influx of mass migration into an already severed system. Our tourism has sharply declined, while danger on our streets has risen. Ireland, as a master of martial combat, a solution-driven man, you will hear me speak on a problem but once, then it is action towards solution. I urge all our citizens to be of the same. Today, Ireland, I am outside these gates of these appointed officials, but as your head of state, you empower me to enter these buildings on your behalf. A president face to face with government officials with only one priority: to ensure that the country our founding fathers gave their life for is strictly adhered to on behalf of its citizens.
I got to be honest with you. I like his speech so far.
It's great.
I like it.
It's the problem, and that is that England, the United Kingdom, is having such mass migration, and for some reason, at least it seems from our end, that if you speak out about it, then they attack you.
In England, they got people that are going around, and if you say, "I don't like this," or "I don't like that," or you ridicule this or that, they'll arrest you.
Right. It's not free speech,
They're
bro.
doing that right now.
It's not free speech.
They're arresting people in Great Britain for being on the side of the corner peacefully protesting something that you don't like.
Or saying something on social media. They'll throw you in jail.
Oh, yeah. They'll go to your social media page, find out who it is, and then arrest you. That's just, that's just south of Ireland. Isn't Ireland the northern part of that peninsula? And then it's... actually, Ireland is part of that peninsula, and then Great Britain is below Ireland.
Great Britain's all of it. England's below Ireland.
I don't think this will stop him. I think this will only help him. But yes, last year he was found guilty in a civil trial of rape and had to pay $250,000 to the woman who had to have her tampon surgically removed after he got done with her.
That's it? That's all he had to do?
I think this helps his chances, though.
He's in another one with in Florida.
Yeah, I knew there was one in Florida. So he's got one for $250, Seth, that he settled, and he might.
He was found guilty.
Oh, he was found guilty.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And she looks like she's seeking damages of $75,000 plus medical and punitive relief.
Dan, to me, $250,000 when you were found guilty by a jury is nothing.
No, Trump got like 50 million when he, by
Under my
a jury.
tenure, the will of the people will be heard. Ireland, under my tenure, we will return important articles of our Constitution prior, and thus again aligning with Padraig Pearse's proclamation, in that we declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible.
There's Lasker.
Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Oh, wow. That's a kick to the Muslims right in the face. I think he'd do great with like Lucky Charms and Irish Springs, but he would be an effective leader. He is not a puss, and I think he does have Ireland's interest as, his number one priority. These guys that come out of nowhere are sometimes really effective leaders.
There's 174 members of their...
They only need 20?
And only 20?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll get that.
Yeah, he should.
I mean, he'll get that. I wanted to play this for Lasker on Friday because Lasker's got a big dually F450.
It's cool.
And I was thinking, like, okay, if you got a badass diesel dually F450, 1.5, 2 ton, big ass dually pickup truck like Lasker does, and the cops get behind you. They got this new thing, like when there's a bad guy on the run, they can do the pit maneuver where they kind of get you in the lower left or the lower right quarter, and they try to spin you out. Or they got this thing where they put stop sticks across the highway that are like made of spikes, and you run over them, and it makes all 4 of your tires go off. But you have to understand that's very dangerous because the cop has to stay on the side of the road, and then he has to roll them out right before you go over them. And sometimes the good guy cop, he hits him too, and his tires go down. So like that's kind of not nearly as controlled, the stop sticks. So now they got this one thing where the cop gets up close to you and it shoots this spider web into your tire. And it kind of, it's kind of like lassoing a car. You know how they lasso a horse or a lasso a bull or something like that? This is how. So one of the techniques that they're using on people that are running from the cops is this lasso technique. But my question is, it's probably made for the average car. But what happens, when you got that badass dually diesel that's got all that torque? Does it just rip it right off the bumper of the cop car? Like, has this been tested on something that's got a lot of power as compared to something that's just regular like a car?
But a dually is gonna, it's hard to run from a cop in an old F450 dually.
I know, because those things only go about 105 miles an hour.
Right. I think it's a different game.
But they can't pit maneuver you because you have so much tire on the.
That's true.
They cannot spin you out because you're so heavy, and you got 2 extra tires in the back, keeping that footprint pretty large.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they could stop stick you, but that's I'm just wondering if you can do this to a dually. Here we go.
Grapple deployed. Good grapple. Good grapple, good grapple, good grapple. Pull over to the right-hand side.
It's really cool technology.
It's very cool technology for an average car, but would Gene Lasker's truck laugh at that?
I saw a video of someone that tried to pull away and pull away and pull away, and the third or fourth time they backed it up, so they had a lot of slack, and then they went full speed, and their rear axle just came off the car.
Came off the rear axle.
That was the bad guy's car, not the cop car.
But that wasn't. But it wasn't like a dually or anything.
No, it was
a regular
not.
car.
It was not.
Yeah, I don't know if that works on a dually or not. Hello, who's this?
Hey, Bubba, it's Bob.
813-902-8222. 813-90 Bubba. Yes, go ahead, Bob.
Connor was talking. I saw an interview with him recently, and I can't recall who it was with. But he was saying in Ireland that their system is so corrupt that you were saying there's 174 delegates or something like that.
Yes.
from what he's saying, they are all bought and paid for, and you cannot be president unless those 174 people basically are on board with you also. He said it's basically impossible for him to be president, even if he is elected by the citizens, solely based on those 174 people, and they will never let him in.
So it's such the good old boy network that there's not even a chance that out of the 174 he could pick up 20?
He said there's like zero chance, but the only way to really be considered is if the people revolt enough that
is there any mechanism with regards to a public referendum? I know here in America, in order to be a candidate, whether you're the dog catcher, the mayor, or the United States of the president of the United States, you have to get a certain amount of people to sign a petition, that just average people, not politicians. Yeah. So, that's one of the ways you can get in here in America. It sounds like they don't have that mechanism over there.
Yeah, he said no. He said it's solely on those people, like the local officials, and they are all on board with the Muslim overtake of Ireland. Like he is leading. I think he's 65% of the nation would vote for him, but he's saying even with every vote, if they're just no, then he's not president.
Appreciate your insight, my friend.
Yes, sir.
So I just had two people reach out to me with regards to this car lasso system.
Yeah.
One's a police officer that works traffic, and he says that a dually will drag us around. So he's saying
don't deploy it on one.
He says that a dually will drag us
because it can tow 20,000 pounds.
Right.
So just drag the car behind it.
And then my good friend Gooch says that all of this nonsense is going to end when that thing penetrates a gas tank and starts a car on fire, and the suspects burn to death.
Oh,
right, Dan? Let's say, you're fleeing from the police. I know that automatically puts you as a bad guy. But what if the thing that they deployed pierced your gas tank, caused your car to be on fire, and you blew up and you died in the fire? Would the police officers be liable at that point?
Arguably, yes.
I sent you where they show a grappler just happened last week in Detroit, where it rips off a axle of the car.
Well, I think
that's what Seth was saying. I think Seth was saying.
Yeah, this is it.
Or somebody was saying this. Dan.
An official message from Medicare.
I don't need Medicare. We don't think we need Medicare.
Did you see the video of Conor McGregor putting his arm on Putin and Putin's people freaking out?
No. So from 5 years ago, I've been known to play 5 years ago videos.
No, it's pretty recent, I believe.
Here it comes. Let me hopefully. All right, so
it's a Chevy Cruze. Oh,
right. So this Cruze, he's just probably flooring it, not trying to get caught. And the police officer. Oh, is this now? Does he back up?
I think they're going back and forth. He's trying to go. The cop car's in reverse.
Oh, he's trying to do the get back up, get a little slack in the rope, and then see if it doesn't realize he's going to pull his axle right down to zero here in a minute.
Yeah, cops give him room for it too. They're like, okay, go
ahead, okay,
go ahead, asshole.
They're like, all right, here's going to be the one. You're not going anywhere at that time. Hello?
So would the F-450 do that to the police car?
Yes,
Maybe.
yes.
Maybe.
The F-450. My police officer who does traffic said a dually will pull us around. So yeah, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Bubba. I was just wondering, do you know what's going on with Howard this morning? I just changed over during your last break, and Andy Cohen is on there, and it's called Andy 100.
Holy hell, you're dumb.
And Andy said he didn't think it would ever happen this way. He always wanted this job.
I think it's probably some promotional deal.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Howard and David Lee Roth from K-Rock, because now they're saying that Howard's back on.
So is Howard back on, and he's just doing the Andy 100 gimmick as a gimmick?
Yeah, remember when they did it? I think it was K-Rock with David Lee Roth came in, and he was like, "Oh, we're taking it over for Howard," and then Howard came on later.
All right, so I think Howard starts at 7.
Yeah.
So have you been listening? Have you been listening? What do you mean he's not on today?
He's not on. It's Andy.
All right.
Are you well? You know what? Well, look. I mean, are you sure Howard's not on? And they're just calling it Andy 100 to rib you?
No, I'm positive. I was listening, and I could only listen for about 5 minutes because I cannot listen to Andy, if you know what I mean.
Well, Andy was on for 5 minutes, and then Howard came back on. So this guy missed it.
Yeah, you missed it, sir, in the 5 minutes that you were talking.
Okay.
Why don't you do me a favor?
Right,
call Howard, okay?
No.
And ask about us. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Great.
I mean, we're promoting Sage Steele. We're promoting Howard Stern. Like, dude,
promoting Conor McGregor.
We get it, man. There's other shows out there.
Lummy, big upset, man, in college football.
Yeah.
University of South Florida rolls into the Swamp, which is a really tough place to play. Dan, when you went to Florida for 4 years for med school, or however many years you went there, did you go to the games on Saturday?
I went to a lot of them. Yes, I did. They were great.
Hot, humid afternoon for some good football. The Florida Gators, 1-0. South Florida.
Let me see here. Oh, Gators go up 3-0.
Yeah.
Is this the first possession? No, this is not.
No, it is not. Yeah.
So the Gators had stopped USF quite a bit.
Yeah. It was going back and forth.
3rd down and 1.5 yards. Here's Brown, cuts it back. Dances snap.
He's good.
Has some running room.
Where's he from? Did he transfer in?
No, we got him as a freshman.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
From where?
Tennessee really wanted him as a freshman, but he followed Golish.
Tumbles down right on that spot. So with 1st down for the Bulls, Miles Graham had a chance at him.
It pretty much
They
was,
get it to Lagway, who's looking for a
all
little-
field goals in that first half.
It pretty much all was field goal, was it not?
Yes.
Lagway under pressure again, and he'll be dropped at the 22.
Where's the highlight of the Gators spitting on USF?
That should be at the end.
That was a smart play.
Oh, this is the big long pass. This is the 70-yard pass right here that kind of broke their back.
Yes.
It's so Gators are up 13th ranked Florida up 9-6 on University of South Florida, non-ranked, 3rd quarter, 3:07 left.
Out to the 30-yard line.
Looked completely out like the
Ball will start this drive.
Where's the spit?
Tailback.
It should be. It's a little farther in.
End zone. He falls on it. It's out of bounds. Griffin Stadium. And a high snap. Over.
He's on defense. USF was on offense.
So this is the game winner right here.
Yeah, it is.
Martin Grammatica's son. Is it Nico?
Yes.
Nico Grammatica. And this is literally half. Most of us watching here.
It's pretty much the defensive lineman gets up in the offensive lineman's face and spits right in his face.
For what?
Being blocked?
Did he see it on the Eagles Cowboys game and thought that's the way you're supposed to do it?
It seemed like there was a lot of spitting this weekend.
Yeah. So all right. So give me the.
See number 56 to the right where the referee's running in.
Right here.
Yep.
And this right here.
Yep.
Okay. So this is University of South Florida defensive lineman.
The offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman.
Yep.
And it looked like he may have blocked this guy pretty efficiently.
Chair tracked him to the ground.
Right.
And he just gets up angry.
Right
and
gets
spits.
Oh!
Big loogie.
Right in front of
the ref.
Right in.
Take a look at the right of your screen.
Now at that point, man, where the
USF was down and they were driving, but I think that was 2nd down.
I think they had like 3. The Gators fell apart in the 4th quarter.
Did.
It showed how poorly coached they are.
Yep.
Man,
you can't be spitting on in the 4th quarter. You can't be spitting in any part of the game, but
disgusting. And it's just like you said, Seth, lack of discipline.
And then finally over to Dion. They played, Delaware, the Blue Hens that were like a juggernaut in 1AA. They'd won like 9 national championships in Division II and in 1AA. This is the first year that they've gone to the single
Yeah, they're the
FCS. Is that what they call it?
They're in the Conference USA this year.
Yeah, but they're not.
They're in the FBS,
they're
not
one,
the FCS.
I'm sorry, they're in the. They're not in the one. They're not like where Indiana State and Eastern Illinois are.
Correct.
And Division I AA. This is Division I single. Like this is big ball.
This is prime time.
So Delaware Blue Hens come into Colorado. Colorado looks all right until they put their 3rd string quarterback in, right? I mean, they started 2 different dudes, and then they threw this dude in, and this dude, I think, Lummy, is a sophomore, and he's listed on the depth chart as 3rd, is he not?
Yeah.
And have they at this point? Do you think this is going to be the starter?
No, it's the guy from Liberty. I'm trying to get his name, but was it Caden Salter?
Yeah, but that guy. I mean, I think that they're kind of leaning towards this guy might be the starter.
What'd you see out of this guy who came in just before the half and balled out for you?
I saw what I've been seeing at practice for the last few years. Like, this is who he is. This is who he's always been. He just needed opportunity. That's all he needed.
Well, you're a team first guy. You're a backup to Shedeur. Stayed on this team this year with 2 quarterbacks coming in. Why?
I had a dream, and I saw something, and I just wanted to chase it. I love being here. I love playing for Coach Prime. And, man, I'm just so blessed I got the opportunity. All I needed was that opportunity, and we got more work to do.
Took advantage of it. Coach, how are you going to manage these 3 quarterbacks going forward with Houston next week in Big?
She's pretty hot, isn't she?
Yeah.
Man.
I've only seen the side of her face.
I know. I'm looking down that little cleavage gimmick with the naturals.
Oh, my God.
I got a plan.
What's that, Lemmy?
Little hangers, banana hangers.
Little banana hangers, natural.
I had a plan coming into this game. I have a plan. I don't know if I'm going to disclose it until we get to our destination, but I saw what everybody else saw today. Martin Luther starved. That's what he said. He had a dream, right?
Martin, hold on. Dion cracks himself up.
Martin Luther, stop.
Listen.
Saw today. Martin Luther starved. That's what he said. He had a dream, right?
I mean,
And
the
Ryan,
way he said he had a dream was it was very Martin Luther King-esque.
It was.
From your team's performance here and a turnaround from week 1.
It was good, but we got to be better. We got to fix a lot of things, and we got to be sharp going into next week, and especially the rest of the season.
Appreciate the time, guys. Enjoy this win at home.
I love this kid, man.
Love you, Coach.
Guys, back to you.
So, Lemmy, is there
You're my new son. You better go in the 4th round.
That's right. Who do they play next week?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Probably getting in conference.
Yeah, Houston.
Oh, they play Houston?
Yeah.
Probably at Houston.
At Houston. Yeah. So I don't see him probably playing, so he'll probably go back to Salter.
I don't know, man. I think they go with this dude.
I don't know. He's the 3rd stringer. So.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
it's hard for a 3rd stringer to jump up to.
Before I go into words, I'll give you just basically the upsets. There was no upsets clear until number 12. So, 1 through 11, some of which didn't play. But unranked Mississippi State beats number 12 Arizona State. That was an upset. Then, of course, 13th ranked Florida gets beat by unranked South Florida on a last-second field goal.
They're now ranked 18th.
Yeah.
Who we are?
Yeah.
University of South Florida.
Yes, they are.
And then the next upset would have been unranked Baylor over SMU, 48-45.
Yeah, SMU is up 2 touchdowns with like 4 minutes left.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And then let me see. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think
Indiana
as far as upsets.
Indiana, I think they take.
And so did Indiana State. Indiana State beat Eastern Illinois.
I think they match up this week too. Indiana versus Indiana State.
Well, that's not going to be
pretty.
That's going to be 73-0. Listen, Indiana State takes that game. You know why they take that game? Because they make like $1.3 million, and they literally are only like 49 or 51 miles from the stadium. And so they literally bus to the stadium that day and play the game. And they put $1.5 million in their pockets, and that's what the program feeds off of the rest of the year.
It's pretty nice.
I didn't realize that sort of system until actually Dion highlighted it when you were talking about the historically black colleges getting paydays just to get, just be punching bags for
Anytime you
these
see
big schools.
these big university bring in like a McNeese State or just an ass bucket team that does not compare to them, it's because it's a home game for like Florida.
Well, what'd USF get paid to go beat Florida?
You know what?
$500,000?
Yeah, $500,000. I wonder if USF just bust up that day and played.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, why go get hotel rooms and all that when, Dan, you're an hour and 30 minutes away? Just take the bus up there, get there a little bit early, get everybody all situated,
and get out.
And then take that money.
Yeah.
Take that money. We'll go through the NFL. By the way, Gene didn't do so good.
Those picks?
Yeah.
Really?
Gene 5-10. 5-10. We'll go over Lasker's picks and the NFL in general next.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
You know what? You could throw a dart on either side of the paper for yes or no and do better. First week's tough to gamble and bet on. I mean, you haven't even seen any teams yet. Gene just has to feel out the league.
Yeah. He's a film out. Nick the gun guy. What's up, Glow Bug?
Glow Bug.
Felix Berhalis. Barcoso, I think they signed that game like years ago.
Into a Russian.
What's up, Nats fan? Merchant.
Jeff Ferguson.
Good morning, Scott. Starboard Greg 907. Good morning.
Well, I understand the games by the day. The little schools make money, the big schools got to win.
And they schedule them like, and it helps with recruiting too, because that game was scheduled in 2021. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So 4 years ago they signed the deal because it's like, hey, we're going to be playing an SEC Florida team when you're growing up recruiting. It's, you get the payday, but you also say, like, especially for the smaller schools, because I remember when I went with the Tennessee Tech and they told me, they're like, yeah, we got a game, we're going to be playing Georgia. So like, as a thing, you're like, oh, we're going to be going to Georgia, playing against Georgia, you're going to be getting that recognition. That was one of their strategies for small schools.
Makes sense.
We're going to play really well, but you also do game tape. You do want to play in the league. You get game tape against elite athletes.
White Iced Tea, meteorologist.
What's up, Paper Towel Willie?
Hey, Bubba, Lummy said that I could come in at 8 tomorrow because of the Bears game tonight.
Get your mentals right.
Get some extra Z's.
Or you'd be up celebrating.
You can just take tomorrow off, okay?
Celebrating the win.
Oh, man.
You're partying, you know. It's like 48-0 at halftime.
Will they? Were they playing?
No, he's just pumping me up.
It's kind of like FSU playing East Texas A&M 77-0.
Chicago?
Yeah,
Vikings?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyone in the NFL, anyone can win.
Dude, how about Danny Dimes, man?
Yeah, he made Miami. Well, Miami made themselves look shitty. I watched that game and it was very pathetic. But Danny Dimes was dropping dimes.
Dude, with Tyler Warren, that might be what Danny Dimes needs.
A good tight end.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have one in I think they had Evan Ingram for a while.
They did. Didn't he go to the Jaguars?
Yeah.
You guys happy with the Bucks receiver?
Hey, I mean, I don't think I can play any NFL highlights, can I?
Mecca, yeah.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
I would just, unfortunately.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah. John H., $50.
Oh, tell Mach to get rid of the weather screen and just put the red carpet pics on that.
He's uploading them. Oh, I see. Okay, so
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Before we get into Gene's 5 and 10, and then the overall scores of the NFL, Bucks won, Packers won, Bears play tonight with regards to our favorite teams. This right here is exactly what's ruining college football. It's the Wild West right now. And if they don't do something about it, I don't know. I can't predict.
Come on, Bubba. This is get off my lawn stuff. Come on.
Yeah, these crazy kids.
Come on, Bubba. They're making so much money for the universities. What's the big deal? If
the big deal is you're going to pay a guy from high school $1.5 million. That nobody else is making that money. I think that they need to change.
Well, then go play. Then go be a college quarterback. I mean, what do you mean nobody else makes that money?
Baseball players?
There's going to be a part where only the strong can survive, and you're going to have about 10 schools that can afford to do this sort of thing, and you're going to have 150 schools that cannot. University of South Florida will be one of them that cannot.
That is correct.
How was college football before? Like, did USF win a national championship before there was NIL? Wasn't Alabama dominating? Wasn't Ohio State dominating? Weren't the big schools dominating like they always do?
Yeah, but the portal wasn't. You could only transfer one time, and then you had to sit out a year in order to do so. It wasn't cut your best deal. They couldn't pay you directly. In fact, you couldn't make any money. I mean, Johnny Manziel pretty much got thrown out of football for making, I don't know, $30,000 on signing autographs
and T-shirts.
And so, I don't know where this is headed, but I know right now that it's not regulated at all. And you know what? If you're going to allow $12.5 million to a kid who's not even registered yet into your college, but you're promising him $12.5 million over his 4 years, that's going to be a problem because there's just not a lot of universities that can keep up with this. And so you're going to have. I mean, you're headed for a disaster.
No, so he's their starter. He's their freshman starter this year.
And he was supposed to go to Tennessee, wasn't he?
Yeah, Michigan took it.
Wait, so Michigan just dropped $12.5 million on an 18-year-old QB? So apparently the second richest man in the world had to help Michigan land their new quarterback. Yeah, this ain't just NIL anymore. This is Wall Street meets college football. Meet Bryce Underwood. He became his high school's starting QB He went 54 overall, grabbed 2 national titles, and even went undefeated in 2022. Basically, he was treating high school defenses like they were on JV Madden settings. By the time he graduated, Bryce was the #1 recruit in the 2025 class. Originally committed to LSU, but then Michigan said, "Hold my billionaire." Reports say Bryce signed a $12.5 million NIL deal with Michigan's Champions Circle Collective, averaging about $3 million per year. That's not a deal. That's an NFL rookie contract. And here's the kicker. Rumors say Oracle founder Larry Ellison, worth around $280 billion, helped back it. This man has enough money to buy like every Big Ten school and still have change for a Costco hot dog. Oh, and Tom Brady made a few calls too, because of course he did. Michigan basically assembled the Avengers to land this kid. Now, Bryce is 18 years old, already Michigan's first true freshman starting QB in 16 years. So here's the question. Did Michigan just buy themselves the future of college football? Or did they just drop $12.5 million on the world's most expensive freshman orientation?
And again, I think there's a way to not eliminate the NIL. I think you need to get, if they're going to use your name, image, and likeness, you need to be compensated. I'm not trying to say that's the problem. I'm trying to say dropping $12.5 million on one guy is the problem. And you're just going to get into a big bidding war. I think it needs to be more regulated where potentially the $12.5 million goes to the entire football team or the entire athletic program so that the girl that's playing catcher for softball gets a little bag. You know what I'm saying?
You want to distribute the wealth?
Yes.
Isn't that what you hate about America is distributing the wealth?
This America and college athletics are not, the same template.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bubba, I mean, seriously, it's a billionaire giving $12 million to the women's badminton team is not going to make this guy sign with Michigan.
Okay, so then let's just regulate it down to the football team. Okay? Let's take it. And I know for a fact, because I talked to Dion, that you can have, I think it's 75 or 77 players on scholarship, on paid scholarship. And I think you can have 100 with walk-ons and stuff. You can have right at 100 kids in your program. So if you were to take 12.5 million, Dan, and divide it by 100, what's that? It'd be
120,000.
Yeah, so give each kid 120,000.
Again, that doesn't make this one quarterback want to play for Michigan.
But if that's the way the equation is for every college, meaning, that's the way Michigan does it. That's the way everybody has to do it the same way.
But again, when you were making all your money, did you split it 100% evenly amongst everyone?
50. Hold on, 50.
You took 50 and then split 50?
Yep.
That's actually noble. Very fair and noble.
That's exactly what I did.
But no one else does that.
Like in the documentary, when it said at one time I made $7 million, and you know what? I had a $3.5 million payroll. I split.
No one does that.
Let's also not forget too that for the 2 years in 2005 in 2004 and 2005, I paid Manson $10,000 a month and Brent $4,000 a month
to do nothing
for 2 years out of my severance check to keep them together.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I remember that.
So like I just think paying somebody $12.5 million now. That doesn't stop Texas A&M from coming in and saying, "Hey, Michigan will give you 12.5. We'll give you 14."
Well, he's got contract out for 4 years, right? I mean, he can't skate.
No, you can leave.
He can
still leave with that $12 million.
That's the problem right now is that there's no accountability or they can't hold you.
Dan, here's the deal.
It.
Let's say that he goes out and he is all that in a bag of chips. Like this freshman goes out and he is the man. Doesn't stop any other university and their big wigs and their big donors from saying, "Hey, let's gather up 14 million and offer him." He's gone. He's now making $2.5 million more a year, being the Texas A&M, which they say, Lummy, that Texas A&M has the most money because it's based on Texas A&M has the most oil money in all of the collective / NIL world.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, like, if you just keep allowing this, I don't have a problem with it, but there's right now there's no rules. There are no rules, and as well as I do on anything in life for the most part. When there are no rules, things end up going badly.
That's true.
Okay, so when there's just no rules, it's Wild West. Then they've got to have some type of, if you're going to take that, if you're going to be the 12.5, then you at least have to stay, or you can only transfer. I think there's a couple different problems. One, I think they need to put the amount of times you can transfer rule in there.
Yes.
I don't think that's I don't think that is prohibitive or is unrealistic. That way,
what would you make the rule though? How many? Twice?
2 times. You can transfer 2 times. I don't
think a lot of people would fight that rule.
That way, you can't disseminate a program. Meaning, like, if you're on your second transfer, then that's where you're stuck at.
Yep.
Meanwhile, if you're on your first transfer, like, let's say this, for instance, this quarterback from University of South Florida. Well, I mean, what's hard telling what his NIL is, but what's stopping, Georgia or Alabama or whatever saying, "Have you seen that kid from Tampa? University of South Florida guy? How much do we got in our NIL bag? I don't know. I bet you we could offer the guy $5 or $6 million a year, and he's making $400,000 a year here in Tampa. He's gone, and you completely disseminate your program. Your program's done. So, I mean, I think there's this being the Wild West of you can offer a player as much as you can. There's no rules. 2, he can transfer. Aren't there guys that with COVID transferred 6 times?
Yeah.
There's a couple people in the college football landscape that transferred 6 times.
Yeah, they got 6 years of eligibility too.
So,
ridiculous.
I mean, Seth, you're big into sports. What's your opinion?
I have
on
no
this?
issue with any of this.
You have no issue
No,
with transfer as many times as you want and make as much as you can make it.
What I mean, how does that? What is wrong with any of that? What's wrong with the freedom to make money? What's wrong with the freedom to go somewhere where you have a chance to play, where you have a chance to put yourself on display and potentially, make a living for yourself at the next level? The big programs have always been the big programs. These college players have always been getting paid. Johnny Manziel got paid. He talks about it now, how his dad walked in and asked for a bunch of money. The biggest colleges have always been there, and they'll continue to be there. If you're looking for UNLV or Ball State or somewhere to get the same amount of money as Michigan, that's crazy. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
It's the same way when you talk about why aren't the women, basketball players at Michigan getting as much as the football players? Well, because they're not the women. No, 100,000 people aren't going to go watch those women on a Saturday. Yeah, these guys are bringing in a ton of money. That's why they're getting a bunch of money.
Yeah, I understand.
They're not just going and finding people on the street and going, hey, you want $6 million to come to our college? There's a bidding war. That's why it went to $12 million.
Yeah,
But they got to sign a contract. The transfer thing is a little much because there's going to be a lot of screw jobs.
Well, I think if you sign a 4-year contract with the school and they're going to give you $12 million, it should be a binding 4-year contract. And interestingly, Bubba, the Sanders kids made so much more money in college than they've made in the pros.
Yeah, I mean,
and so it does give some kids an opportunity to make some money at a ridiculously young, immature age that they'd never make in the NFL.
I think there's a happy medium of what's going on now and what probably is the right potential answer, or at least less of a wild west, a little more controlled.
I mean, 16-year-olds are getting signed in baseball. They're getting millions of dollars.
They are. That's true. They are getting contracts.
I mean, I heard they're going into high schools.
They are. Right. There's NIL deals in high school now.
You're kidding me?
No, they opened it up.
Really?
Yeah.
So you could be you could be like a junior or a senior at Plant City or Plant High.
Yeah.
Let's say a big defensive tackle, 6'5", 305, just absolute King Kong. And you got people coming in and saying, hey, we're going to give you $300,000-$400,000 for you to commit to Florida next year. Or,
no, for you to stay at Plant, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's for Plant. It's Plant to stay at Plant.
That's just to stay at Plant?
Yeah.
That's not even your college bag?
No, that's the people that want you to
How
stay
can
there
high
in high
school? Oh my Lord!
Well, you go and get
private schools.
Sponsorships.
Private schools.
Yeah, and sponsors. Yeah,
can fight with you. That way, Jesuit can fight with Plant. Jesuit say, "Hey, I'll give you $200,000 to play for us."
Buccaneers, Falcons, Bucks win. By the way, here are Gene Lasker's picks with proper sound effects. I don't know that a person that knows. A person that's mildly retarded that knows nothing about the NFL could do any worse than this. He didn't know the score of the Dallas-Philadelphia game. He did pick Philly on that. He got that one right. Kansas City Chargers, he takes the Chiefs. And Tampa, Atlanta, he takes the Falcons.
Oh, man.
Cincinnati, Cleveland, he takes Cincinnati. Miami, Indianapolis, he takes Miami. Carolina, Jacksonville, he takes Carolina.
What a slate yesterday. Jesus. I'm slowly reliving why I kept getting up a million times during Red Zone yesterday during the early games.
Yeah, Vegas, the Raiders versus New England, he takes the Patriots. Arizona at the Saints, Lasker takes the Saints. Sharon Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers in a flip-flop applesauce of quarterbacks, although Justin Fields played, it's not his fault.
No, that was a great game.
God, I wish the Bears would have hung on to him.
Okay, all right, listen, man.
Jets,
so wait, Bobby, are you mad? Are you still a little bit of an Aaron Rodgers fan, or do you just wish he would just disintegrate?
I actually am still a little bit of a Sharon Rodgers fan, and I saw if just like the Bucks built the offense around Tom Brady's ability, because Tom Brady is not a Deshaun Jackson or not but so that you have to build your offense around his skill set. Just like they did. Well, it looks like Pittsburgh has done. Rodgers got in trouble a couple times when he was in the pocket too long and he got sacked. If you build your offense around his ability, he's going to be successful. And Pittsburgh nudged out the Jets in the last minute, but of course Lasker got it right. He picked the Jets. Giants at Washington. Gene picks the Giants. Tennessee at Denver. Gene picked Denver. San Fran at Seattle. Gene picked Seattle. Detroit at Green Bay. Lasker picks the Lions. Houston at the Rams. Lasker's on he gets the last two right. Rams and Buffalo. And I didn't get a chance to see the Buffalo-Baltimore game, but I heard it was a effing barn burner.
It was crazy.
41-40.
And then tonight, Monday Night Football, just a small... Lasker's got the Chicago Bears.
Oh, man. It's over now.
And who are they playing?
They're playing Minnesota at Chicago. And boy, isn't that I've never seen where the NFC North has opened up their season with divisional games.
They should really not have Monday Night Football the first week of the year. There's so much anticipation of watching your team, and we have to wait all the way until 8:30 tonight. I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah, Seth's already asked for tomorrow off because of his nerves.
Well, I just said that I was going to come in. Lummy approved 2 hour late. He didn't ask you at all. He made the decision because he's the EP. He can do those things.
Hello.
Thanks, Lummy.
Hello, you're on
Bubba.
the air. Yes, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, actually during the summer, the district judge, they changed the whole thing from, it used to be NIL where each school had like this big collective where like huge donors would put tons of money into it and then players could take as much money as they wanted to. But now if you look it up, I sent it to Lummy on a direct message on X, but there's now it's like collective bargaining where there's a limit on how much they can pay the players annually. That's why that kid at Michigan's quote unquote only getting $3 million a year.
So you said it went through the federal court system and a federal judge ruled that they can a person can only get so much.
Actually, he kind of has it wrong and right a little bit, but no. Before the college could not pay, it had nothing to do with anything of the collective, and then the judge came out and said that the school can also pay and dictate where the collective does. Yes.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Scout.
Scout
Morning,
Big O.
Bubba.
How you doing, Mama?
I'm good. I would like to talk to the executive EP of this program, please.
Go right ahead. Lummy,
would you be opposed to sitting down with your son on Wednesday and just running the picks with him and letting him do his football picks so we can get Walker versus Gene Lasker?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Lummy, could you tape it? Be like,
well, of course.
I mean, yeah,
I got proof.
Does he has to know a little bit about football, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, I was taping him yesterday, cheering for the Dolphins and the Bucks.
You can just literally walk up to him and say, Walker, Dolphins are playing the Colts. Who is going to win?
Oh yeah, he'd say Dolphins.
He'd say Dolphins, or his mom would have smacked the hell out of him.
That's right.
He's been to more sporting events than most human beings in their whole life. And what is he now, 4?
That's not an exaggeration either.
Yeah.
The kid's been to probably 40 football games. He's probably been to, 15 baseball games, 10, 15 hockey games.
But Scott,
basketball, soccer.
What a great idea. Lasker versus Walker. Yes.
Okay, I'm hoping this one is a home run on my Pride trivia with Twink Martindale because we haven't seen him since.
Yes.
So if it goes bust, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I think Walker versus Lasker will be absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
Then they could do a math
Perfect.
test.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about the Howard Stern non-announcement this morning?
No, I've not. I've gotten some. See, I'm on the air, so I don't have an opportunity to listen to Howard or his channel.
Did you hear about our announcement today?
Did you hear about our announcement?
Did you call Howard and tell him about ours?
Our announcement is
No.
We don't know what's going on. So we don't
Well, he walked away from it, and Andy Cohen's going to take his place.
Oh, you are stupid!
God, you're such a lollipop.
Sir, I don't think that's long term. That might be for today.
Stern was already back after 10 minutes.
Yeah, it lasted 10 minutes.
It lasted 10 minutes, buddy.
Well, I didn't catch the show until about 5:30 this morning. Well, 6:30 Eastern time, but 5:30 my time.
Andy 100 lasted about 10 minutes. Then Howard came on. If you would listen to it right now, I think you probably would see Howard is back.
Yeah.
I hope he's not. So whatever.
All right, people are so stupid.
Yes.
I mean, people are so stupid. So anyway, the Buccaneers over the Falcons. I didn't get a chance to watch much of that game. Was that a last second, Willie?
Yes, it was. Yeah, Bucs were trying to give it away. Falcons missed the field goal.
Bengals over the Browns. Colts whipped the Dolphins' ass 33-8. Yeah. By the way, we can't play any of these highlights because we'll get copyrighted. Raiders over the Patriots 2013. Cardinals over the Saints 2013. Steelers over the Jets. I did watch that game. That was a great game. It was a great game. Justin Fields is so talented. Sorry, Seth. 34-32. The Washington Commanders, which, by the way, the Packers play them this Thursday. They're for real. You think the Pack's got a chance against them?
Yeah, of course.
Commanders 21-6 over the Giants. Jaguars beat the Panthers 26-16. 26-10. Was Travis Hunter relevant? I think he had 4 catches.
Yeah, he had a couple catches. He played, I think, 1 play on defense.
That's it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's looking like he's going to just be, I think, wide receiver 2?
Yeah, that game was I think, a 2-hour delay, so.
Yeah, they had a weather delay.
Yeah.
Niners over the Seahawks, 17-13. Packers. Now, again, let's not forget, the Packers were playing, they're not playing it. Lions are one of the elite organizations in the NFC.
Yes.
You got the Lions, you got the Eagles, you got, Minnesota, there's some good, you got the Niners, and the Packers looked unbelievable, and the Micah Parsons deal, just they're a whole nother team when he's on that field. You gotta account for. Did you see, Lummy, where they actually had a stat that he was running 19 miles an hour when he caught Goff?
Oh yeah, he was. That guy's a menace.
Packers beat the Lions 27-13.
Was he having back problems? Was that just a distraction?
No, he has a back issue. They were thinking about giving him an epidural prior, but he said no, they were going to limit his plays. So, probably later on down, maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks as he heals his back. I think he'll be, will he be an every down guy? I think in Dallas he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, they may take him off here and there, little plays, but he'll be in there probably 80% of the snaps.
Rams over the Texans 14-9, and in a shootout. Bills over the Ravens 41-40, and then tonight, of course, Minnesota invades Soldier Field for Monday Night Football.
Felix Barras, $20.
Hello, who's this?
Bubba was shaking, man.
Good, I'm doing well, thank you.
Band.
Congratulations on the movie.
It's a little guy that cusses too much.
Yeah, there you go.
Macho's
Thank
not
you,
a fan.
Macho. Got rid of him. Is that Massachusetts Midge?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He had a good run for a week and a half.
He did, and then listen. You can piss off Seth and you can piss off Lummy, but man, when you piss off the Macho Man, it's a whole nother level.
Well, Macho Man's protecting the radio license that you have.
Exactly. So when you piss off the Macho Man, you're done. You're done. Hello, who's this?
Hey, Bubba, this is Jay. Just calling to let you know that Howard did leave. Channel 8 just announced it and released it on their website. Said that he was leaving after 20 years, and it was just abrupt, and that was it.
According to the news source, CNN here, Howard Stern trolls viewers with gag that Andy Cohen had taken over his XM slot and re-signed with Sirius XM.
Who did?
Well, Channel 8.
So Howard re-signed?
Yeah.
So read the story again. Sir, thank you very much for your input. Now, you know what? Can you send me the story?
Yes.
That way we can get through it, instead of hearing it from the various callers and stuff who obviously are getting worked. They're working him. I mean, is it a work?
He re-signed. I mean, I don't know what people are hearing.
Yeah, like, and what's Channel 8 reporting? Will you send it to me?
Well, I got to find Channel 8 now, but I'll send you Rolling Stone.
And then send me the Channel 8 deal, too.
Okay.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
He left, and then they got pretty much AP News and Variety fell for it.
Oh my God.
And so did FLA, it looks like.
It's embarrassing how dumb these people are. It's really embarrassing.
They want to be first on it.
It's so embarrassing.
I sent you Channel 8, their headline.
So some of the major media got misled as well.
Yeah, AP.
Associated Press.
Oh, it's a big surprise that AP got it wrong.
I'm sure they'll run a correction in
every home in your
back
neighborhood
page.
with Homes.com's full inventory search. Quickly access property insights for sale, rental, sold, and yes, even off-market properties. Feature detailed data layers showing you the status of all the homes in your area easily and all in one place.
Howard did mention you.
Or just love knowing all
I'm sorry, what?
He said Howard did mention you.
What did he say?
He said Howard mentioned Bubba, saying that Bubba reached out and was a nice guy.
And this is how I went at work with Liberty Mutual. What initially attracted me to Liberty was the competitive pay and benefits, like fully paid parental leave. And now I've been with the company for 14 years because there's so much opportunity for growth here. And that's how I went with Liberty.
Who, where are you seeing that?
Well, that's what Big E said.
Oh.
He was listening to it.
Fucko Supreme.
Yes, it is. Don't forget Julian.
Hey, Lummy, what's the number to call the show?
813-902-8222.
813-90 Bubba. You having some people call in about starting leaving? Andy Cohen took over.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is, I know, not the voice that you expected to hear. This is not the voice that you probably wanted to hear. But it is I, Andy Cohen, and this is our first day broadcasting on Andy 100.
Oh, my
I know
God.
you're expecting a big announcement from how...
Boy, he's a good actor, man. He fooled me for a fucking guy. He got me.
Is he the one that did the New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
With,
Anderson Cooper, yeah.
Oh wow.
He does the Real Housewives.
Oh my God.
He's a big guy. He's big at Bravo.
Yeah, he's
Hallmark Channel kind of guy.
Hey, Lummy, can you send me the Rolling Stones article again? Because I think I timed out on it.
Yeah, no problem. Or do you have it?
Yeah, you got. Well, you got.
Okay, yeah,
Nah, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. That's why.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you may have to send me
Yeah.
another. I fucked up.
All right, let me.
Variety has it.
Did they have the
Did they
Andy
correct
Stone?
it?
Did they have the Andy Cohen break?
Well,
I don't know if they have it. I'll
You
check.
just want me to get the Andy Cohen break?
Yeah.
All right.
Or
How would I know?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
remember, I think I could reflect on the documentary Video Killed the Radio Star that we premiered this past Friday night. In the midst of a lot of legal mumble jumble, we had a very successful premiere Friday night. And if you remember that part towards the end where I think it's is it Samuel? Not Samuel. It's who's the black artist that the African American actor. Denzel Washington.
Rebecca Hilbert, $10.
Denzel Washington says, it's not even about being correct, it's just about being first. Remember?
Yeah.
When we're talking about the media and how just, it's just, the media is just part of the problem is they just want to, they won't even fact check. They just want to be first on a particular. John Costica, $100, let me.
Woo.
So this is a prime example. Channel 8 News here locally. Howard Stern walks away from Sirius XM after 2 decades. And they completely get bamboozled by an obvious rib. Howard Stern, the popular radio host, who has given a massive boost to the blah, blah. Basically, Lummy, is this it right here? No, that's a powerboat.
They're going off the AP that got fooled.
Yeah.
Stern said, SiriusXM and I have been talking for a while as we go forward in the future. They've approached me. They've sat down with me like they normally do, and they're fantastic. We've been talking. So he said that I guess they haven't signed a deal, but he said he's hopeful that he'll sign one soon.
All right. But he's back, and he's hopeful that they'll work something out.
Yes.
This is what they came out with this morning. Which, you think we'll get...
Yes, we will.
We'll get a copyright for this?
We most likely will. From the XM is pretty good at it.
So should I not play it?
We can mute it out if we need to.
Good morning, everybody. This is, I know, not the voice that you expected to hear. This is
where this is crappy. And the money they've paid this guy, and the money that they're paying the Call Her Daddy, and the money that they're paying the Smartless people, and the money they're paying for Conan O'Brien deal, it's like, and the money that they're paying this Andy Cohen guy, it's like they're turning into a podcasting company.
Is not the voice.
And podcasting and the type of content that the Howard group or listeners are accustomed to are not the same. The however many 6, 7, 8, 9 million people they attributed, 10, 15 million they attributed that made the switch from terrestrial radio over to satellite radio to follow Howard, which they say has now dwindled a little bit, does not care about what the Call Her Daddy bitch says. Does not care about what Justin Bateman says. Does not care about Conan O'Brien. They want something that's similar or resembles Howard. That's why they got to bring Howard back.
You probably wanted to hear.
This is Andy Cohen, whose claim to fame is the Housewives of Beverly Hills, Housewives of Atlanta, the whole Bravo Housewives of franchise. I don't know if he is the inventor of it or the showrunner of it.
He's the producer of it.
Okay. So this guy's been on Sirius XM for well over a decade now.
But it is I, Andy Cohen, and this is our first day broadcasting on Channel 100. Andy 100 is what it's been referred to around Sirius for the last few days. I know that you're expecting a big announcement from Howard, and this is not how things were meant to go. There's been a lot of talk about what's going to happen with Howard's deal. Is he fired?
Yeah, so I'm done playing it, Lummy, because I always thought that, and I hope Howard doesn't take this the wrong way, because I guess Big E was listening, and Howard said that I did reach out, and I did.
Yes.
I reached out last week because I had heard health issues about his one. I think he lost. They had to put one of his longtime cats down. He's very much into cats and very in the North Shore Animal League. And then I also heard that his mom, who I think is now 97 years old, might be having some health complications. And so I just wrote Howard and said, I'm hearing a lot of things. I hope you and your family are okay. And he wrote back and said, thank you, Bubba. As always, a true friend. And that's the correspondence I had with him. I didn't want to get into the, are you signed it, are you not signed it? I wanted to keep it so not radio, so not about content, but instead more personable about what indeed you might be going through. And so, Lummy, you said that Big E, who was listening to the announcement today, Howard mentioned that he had heard from me.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he said you're a good person.
But I always... this is zany, wacky. I always thought that, Howard would just come on there and say what it is instead of I don't like the Andy Cohen zany wackiness.
Well, it worked, Bubba. I mean,
you know what? If you break it down that way, Seth, you're right.
I mean, yes, it seems a little odd, but look how many fools are out there,
including the AP.
Yeah.
I mean, the AP never gets fooled, right?
You know what? Great point. Great point. As wacky as I think it may, Zookeeper and wacky as I think it is, which it very well may be, it worked.
I mean, they probably
major news organizations fooled for it, right?
I mean, they probably sat down and said, man, there are a lot of stupid people out there. How do we capitalize on it? And boom, they did.
Yeah.
I bet they didn't think they'd get the AP, though.
Yeah. So at Channel 8 here locally, which was reporting AP, again, that rather than to sit down and listen, because I heard, Lummy, that it was only about 15 or 20 minutes that Cohen did this.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Well, they didn't want to lose all of their listeners because he's about as unfunny as dog poop. I mean, the guy has got absolutely no sense of humor.
And so
his New Year's Eve's with
so the AP, upon 10 minutes, completely has Howard out the door and Andy 100, rather than to And again, it goes right back to what we reported in the documentary. You don't got to be factual. You just got to be first. And then you look stupid. There comes a point where you look stupid. So I don't know what Howard's deal is going to be. It sounds like he doesn't know what's going to be, but it sounds like in good faith they're negotiating. He's back. He'll honor his contract until December 31st. And hopefully from now until then, they'll come up with something. That's kind of how I'm reading the room. Now, Lummy, what is this? This is like a very, very, very horrific situation, is it not?
Yes. It's pretty much the video of showing the stabbing. Well, they don't show the actual stabbing. They blur that part out, but then how he reacts.
So this is in Charlotte, right?
Yes.
Okay. And there is a woman who is stabbed to death on the bus. Right?
Yes. Ukrainian woman.
A Ukrainian woman who was let out of jail by a judge.
No, she wasn't. He was.
I'm sorry.
The woman didn't do anything wrong.
The woman didn't do anything wrong.
She came here fleeing.
This woman right here?
No. Yes. She came fleeing Ukraine when the war happened.
The pretty girl.
Yes.
So the pretty girl is on the bus line.
Yes.
Yes.
And who's this woman?
The judge.
This is the judge.
Yes, Teresa Stokes.
So Teresa Stokes, this is the judge that lets the bad guy...
Who's in all those mugshots?
In one of these mugshots?
All 14 of them. No, that's all.
The same guy.
Hold on. Now, is he an immigrant?
No, he's the Carlos Brown.
He's Carlos Brown. Good name.
Jr., right?
DeCarlos Brown, yeah, Jr.
DeCarlos Brown
And so,
Jr.
DeCarlos Brown Jr., who's an American, who has had obviously a lot of scrapes with the law. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 mugshots. And he is let out of jail by this judge right here, Judge Teresa Stokes, let career criminal DeCarlos Brown out of jail on a written promise that he would appear in court.
They must get their hair extensions at the same place.
And DeCarlos did not show up, but instead murdered this poor woman right here who was fleeing from the country of Ukraine to be in America so she didn't have her house blown up tomorrow. Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And this, I think this is a little bit of the story right here. Am I right?
Yeah, and the big outrage is that a lot of the media is not covering it, and the mayor's kind of come out and said that she's happy and no one's covering it.
Well, why isn't the media covering it? Just because it's so gruesome, or because they're woke, or because why wouldn't you? This is a major story. Career criminal let out of jail, goes to on a city-ran bus line, and did he stab her to death?
Yes.
Yeah, right in the throat.
Stabbed a very beautiful Ukrainian woman right in the throat.
As you heard, that video was released over the weekend showing the moments leading up to the death of 23-year-old Irina Zaretska. The video, which we are choosing not to show, has raised more concern from neighbors surrounding the safety of public transit. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us live this morning with how people are working to come to terms with this attack, Richard, while still fighting for better safety conditions during their everyday commute.
Stop for a second, Bubba. She didn't say murder. She didn't say brutal. She didn't name the guy. She is, again, whitewashing this.
And they're not showing it where they're showing it on CNN.
Right. So if you think about this, right off the bat, she's giving a biased report, minimizing the person that died was brutally murdered. An innocent person that was just recklessly and just without any regard for human life, just brutally stabbed for no reason at all by a guy that's been let out by a broken system that activist judges and activist prosecutors let go on their street, and we should be protected from these evil, mentally deranged, violent criminals.
Don't you think the judge should be answering some questions right now?
Yes.
Do we have the CNN footage?
They just look like they put some out, but 57 minutes ago, because that's the thing. No one was covering it.
When you see it, Bubba, it's the most horrific thing I think I may have ever seen.
We have the video, Bubba. We have the one that CNI guest shows now, but that's...
But I'm gonna go back to the start of this, to like Dan said, this news anchor for WCNC, which is the NBC affiliate, of Charlotte,
North Carolina.
And just watch her kind of...
Oh, it's the local station for where this happened, too. Yeah. It's even worse.
So, they should really be having all the great information. Very, very much all of it from head to toe. And they really don't tell you much.
That video was released over the weekend showing the moments leading up to the death of 23-year-old Irina Zaretska. The video, which we are choosing not to show, has raised more concern from neighbors surrounding the safety of public transit. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us live this morning with how people are working to come to terms with this attack, Richard.
Let's go ahead and take our eye off the shiny object and not talk about the gruesome killing and just how unbelievable this is, but let's get people's reaction to how they're concerned about the safety of public transit.
Fighting for better safety conditions during their everyday commutes.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Lisa. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ben. A good Monday morning, all. And that video, as you described, we're not showing the entirety of it because it is too disturbing to even think about what happened, let alone...
That's why you show it.
Watch. But it has folks who ride on cats who also haven't seen that video, both upset and very concerned about that video. Most importantly, about their safety going forward. The reaction to that senseless and tragic attack on the Cats Blue Line has residents, as I said, both scared and outraged. Leaders say they're increasing patrols on the Blue Line.
That's the girl, Lummy?
Yes.
Yes.
They
No,
also
She's
say
sitting
they're
down right there.
reviewing.
Yep.
So she's just
It's
sitting.
the guy in the hoodie that does it right behind her.
Right behind her.
Yep.
So she's just gets on a bus, minding her own business, got her headphones on.
Yeah, she gets on her phone, and that's about it.
Safety policies. That
Still hasn't said
surveillance
the word
video
murder.
Watch, Danny.
Still hasn't said the word murder.
shows the moment Ira Zaruska boarded the Cats train at the East-West station, then sitting down right in front of the man later
times.
identified.
I think it was 30 or 40 times he stabbed her in the neck, killed her right there in front of everybody. Brutal.
That is the Carlos Brown. Just minutes later, Brown pulled out a knife and stabbed her multiple times.
Multiple. Doesn't give us the number, which is just so over the top at 40.
How about murdered her?
Video shows him walking to the car, wrapping his hands in a sweater, and then leaving the train. Police say Brown did not have a valid ticket that night. He's now charged with murder. And as you can imagine, that release of the videos left many in our area shocked, while others say safety has long been.
I mean, I don't know, within the judicial system, can you hold judges accountable when they make huge errors in judgment to the point of where people are getting brutally murdered? Do judges have a checks and balances?
Not like you would hope, but you used to be that check and balance for prosecutors and for judges that wouldn't do the right thing.
Right,
and
I'd be all over this.
You are the person that used to do that, and so what's happened is they give these city councils and they give these jurisdictions a lot of latitude with these no cash bail laws, and so what they'll do is they'll let a guy like this who's been in and out of jail, he had a DUI, he was waiting to be prosecuted for the DUI and out on DUI murder somebody.
A concern
so he should have never been on the streets.
On public transit.
Well, if I'm Judge Clem and I got this guy in front of me and I see that he's got 14 mugshots, I'm like, I could care how minimal your crime was, buddy. I'm not granting bail for you. You obviously have a problem with staying out of trouble. No bond for you. I don't care what you think, how insignificant your DUI or whatever the hell. You're staying in jail. You're exactly who we need to keep locked up.
Obviously, you get your few people here and there that may cause some type of concern. Like yesterday, I did get followed actually on the train, but I think that's kind of.
She's okay with that.
This bitch isn't even putting it over. That could have been you. Bludgeoned 40 times to your death.
Unfortunately, that's normal for women.
What?
So, Bubba, say it was the other way around. Say some redneck guy from Lakeland violently stabbed a young black girl on a bus.
It would be
international news, hate crime. There'd be riots and parades and senators standing up with the family. Everything.
But it shouldn't have to be. Right now, Kat says again, it is reviewing that video, going over their security measures, and offering to step up patrols on its light rail and Cat's bus systems. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story.
Of course we will.
That's what a lot of people are saying. The outrage over the weekend was because when Daniel Penny choked out the one guy, it was all over the news and for the whole weekend.
Because Daniel Penny was a white guy. This victim that he choked out as he was saving people's lives was a black guy. And didn't they initially arrest Daniel Penny?
Yeah, he went to trial.
Yeah.
He went to trial.
Yeah, he won in New York, which is about impossible.
So, is this the mayor?
Yeah, it's the mayor.
And what has she got to say? Is she,
she just says you can't arrest your way out of helping homeless. And
at the end of the day, man, listen, as woke as she may or may not be, you can't hold her accountable for what judges are doing. Now, you can hold the mayor accountable for what her police department's doing. You can hold the mayor accountable for what her, street department and, the fire chief and the other things, if indeed she's a strong mayor. But you can't get heat with her with regards to what judges are doing, because mayors have nothing to do with. Do you guys know, I can't really get into it, how many judges were at the premiere Friday night?
Oh, really?
4.
Oh,
really?
4. And I'll have to tell you privately, but 4. Yes, I could not believe it. There was an FBI agent there. There was a DEA agent there. There was a Hillsborough County Sheriff there. There was a Manatee County Sheriff there. There was, how about, did you guys see Todd Foster?
I did not see Todd Foster.
Todd Foster was there.
Amazing.
Talk about slinging D in this town.
I saw David Halpern.
So did I. Did you see him, Dan?
Yes.
I said, hey, Halpern, do you hear us talk about you? And he goes, no, I just want to let you know that you are the only person that Dan Diaco will let work on him. He goes, that sounds about right.
It's true.
He said that and you know what his answer was? As he should. And he said, quite frankly, Dan would probably be the only guy I'd let touch me too.
That's nice.
So this is the mayor, and Lummy is woke and is stupid and as ineffective as she may or may not be. I'd like to hear her message.
Well, I don't think this video show. They put it in text.
Is she growing a goatee?
Maybe. The Charlotte mayor argues that Americans need to have more
What?
Okay, this is where the bitch loses me.
In the first sentence.
That Americans need to have more compassion for the homeless after a homeless man, DeCarlos Brown Jr., stabbed a woman in the throat. The mayor, her name is Charlotte Lyles. Lyles appeared to come out against arresting homeless maniacs, arguing that they will never arrest our way out of these issues. We will never arrest our way out of these issues, such as homelessness and mental health. Lyles said in her initial response of the brutal killing of a Ukrainian refugee. I can't think of anything dumber that she could say, and she obviously didn't have any handlers that knows the pulse of the community, white, black, or indifferent. This is absolutely a monster of an act, and for her to say that we need to be we don't need to throw the book at homelessness. Mental health disease is just that, a disease like any other that needs to be treated with the same compassion, diligence, and commitment as cancer or heart disease. And for those who are unhoused are more frequently the victims of crimes and not the perpetrators. Not too many people who are on the street need a safe place to sleep and wrap their... This bitch needs to be fired immediately.
She's a hypocrite because, Bubba, the one sentence where she says that the mental illness needs to be treated, with the same kind of commitment we have to other diseases. We were doing that, but when we deinstitutionalized mental illness, we allowed all these people to be on the street. When we criminalized criminal behavior, we allow all these guys to be on the street. So the first thing that should have come out of her mouth was, I'm so sorry for the family and what a horrific crime. And then she can maybe on the backside say something about, her philosophy on the homeless crisis. But for her to spend more than 1%.
For the first sentence out of her mouth is to feel sorry for homeless people instead of the victim is wrong.
I agree, Bubba. And obviously she is of the mindset that the homeless are more important than white people.
Yeah. Does this video here show it? And should we show it? And if we do show it, are we going to get is there going to be a problem? It's very graphic. What's your you and Gary's ruling, you and Macho's ruling, you and Seth's ruling I want to play it.
They stop it right before the first.
Well, then they show him walking around. And I sent you a clip.
So should I get rid of this one and get a different one? Can you send me, is this the clip I need to play or... Right here?
I think so because I think it's going to stop right at the moment.
Well, no, I know, but I sent him a video from prep yesterday that shows after he stabs her, like how he reacts and stuff.
I haven't seen that one.
Can you resend that to me?
Yeah, let me get it.
All right.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Some trace DNA. The defense on this one. His hands.
Oh, the poor girl's just not even. She has no idea.
She has no idea. She's like a 90-pound twink. She's a waif, not twink. Wait. What? She's a little skinny girl. She's like 95 pounds. You see how little she is? She looks like she could blow away in the wind. She's tiny.
Yeah, sad. Super sad. Yeah, Dark Mercy. He just walks around. I'm trying to
Don't say anything, guys. I just sent you one of the judges over there.
Holy shit, Judge Joe Brown? Fuck.
And Judy? And she was up by you. Judy was by you.
Judy was. Oh man, she must have been having. She must have wore a hat. I missed her.
Well, I sent you the video. It's a minute 3. There's no sound. It's pretty much the whole thing, and then after, cut out the part.
So do I need to play? Hold on here.
Dirt Merchant, $2. Thank you, Dirt Merchant.
Do I need to play any? Not that. This right here. Is this different?
Yeah, it's a little different. The other one's just kind of the live feed, or the feed from the bus alone. Yeah, this is the one that Jay was talking about where they cut it before. Mine shows where they cut it, and then after when he's walking around waiting to leave. And he's bleeding and walking by people, and just the whole incident.
This is one of those where you wonder what would I do. I would like to think I would try to do something to restrain.
The Bills are going to win the Super Bowl.
You're on the bus. It's yes, like, you know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, that video, Bubba, the video I sent you shows that exactly what.
So I need to get rid of this.
Yeah, you
right?
can get rid of it.
Let's go. I'm with him. You know what I mean?
So you sent me this right here.
Yeah.
So hey Jay.
Yes, sir.
When they serve you, you see?
Yes.
When they serve you,
should they put it in a binder?
And you're the plaintiff. You know, you're the guy. You know, right? I gotta hold on. Are they supposed to fucking hold on? Are they supposed to fucking send you the? I'm here to defend myself. Are they supposed to send me the redacted fucking like? How can I defend myself if they're sending me the redacted version?
They sent you a redacted complaint? Let me look at it.
Oh.
May I hold it?
Yeah.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes, here. And we can't talk about it on the air, but you can look at it.
What up, Tommy? Good morning.
I'm really enjoying the red carpet pictures. Lets me get a feeling of who was there.
It was pretty cool stuff. It was actually pretty fun.
Oh, I went. Oh, I was there.
You were? In spirit?
I was in the no, I was in the balcony.
You were?
Yeah.
Doing a Pee Wee Herman gimmick. That came from his own. That's not me burying him. That came from his own. He admits to that.
Every time I just hear about Bubba's kinks, it just turns me on.
Oh, that was 2.5 hours of bliss.
That's like to go off to the side. Plus, I was watching the Chiefs-Chargers game on my phone.
Oh boy, that was good game. I love seeing them lose.
A lot of popcorn boxes with easily penetratable bottoms.
I saw that. What was there, like some free popcorn or something?
Yeah, they already had pre-drilled holes.
Yep. Just pop the hole out. Boom.
That's really pretty interesting, Bubba.
But how does that work?
How come the judge's only picture is like on her balcony at the apartment? Do you think we should picture her like actually as a judge? Or is she like?
Lummy, will you rub me over my shorts?
Yes, come here.
Thank you.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Jay, just kind of a yes or no. Is it procedurally incorrect to do that?
I guess I could say this. I've never done that nor received a complaint like that where there were redacted portions.
Especially to the person that's who you're suing.
It'd be difficult to deny
I need to know
or admit
what
an allegation when you don't know what's in the
I
paragraph.
mean, literally, could my attorneys go to Your Honor and say, Your Honor, we don't know what's in there.
All right, from what I understand, your attorneys on this are pretty awesome.
Hi, who's this?
Jason from Oregon.
Hi, Jason. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I was just wondering why the podcasts from September, I can't hear them on Spotify or Bubba HQ, like Clement Kush or The Blizzard.
I don't think we've done any yet.
I thought there was a Blizzard last week.
There wasn't a Clement Kush.
Yeah, it wasn't
Or a Clement Kush on Tuesday.
No, we didn't do a Clement Kush on Tuesday. We didn't do an after show on Monday, and there was a Blizzard on Thursday, but I don't think it got posted.
It's not going up.
So, yeah, so you're not doing anything wrong. We just had a bad week of podcasting last week. We had just a lot, this legal issue that I'm going through, and just, I didn't feel like doing a show Monday or Tuesday.
It was a short week, too.
And it was a short week.
Yeah, Monday was a holiday.
Yeah. So, but
all right.
this
I'll just look for it this week.
Yeah, well, it'll be up. I'm doing one this week with Lummy and Seth. Me and Seth are doing one tomorrow, and I'm assuming the Blizzard will be back on Thursday. So we took basically a week off. But thank you for noticing, and more important,
I listen every day.
All right, bud, appreciate it. Thank you for downloading the daily podcast, and thank you. Really, thank you. Sorry for kind of taking a week off, but
no, that's all right.
There were some extenuating circumstances, and we're now beyond that, and we'll have them cranked back up for you.
Right on. Thank you.
See you later. I don't know if I don't really know. I can't promote the documentary as of yet. I thought the judge ruled where I could, but I've been told not to. So because we got to get a clarification, because I don't want to be federal. Well, I'll be honest with you. Federal court scares the hell out of me. State court, all day I'll walk up in there. Federal court, it's just like the movies.
It's a different deal.
When you walk in there, man, the judge is like, from here, let me to where the goats are. You can barely see them, and it's all marble. And it's like that's not like the cheap wood, wood.
It's intimidating.
It is like just like the movies.
Yeah.
The judge sits on this really big high pedestal, and he's about him or her are about 40 to 60 feet away, and it's just the ceilings are like 25 foot. It's just like, oh my God. I mean, it's very intimidating, and that's what we'll be going through this week is getting a better grip of what I can and cannot say with regards to the promotion of Video Killed the Radio Star. Let me hear is this is the part that they are. This is the homeless guy that was arrested 14 prior times that the judge let out on a written. I don't even think that he had to put any money up. It was just a written promise to be back in court, right?
Yes, that's what it's looking like.
And so this is a Ukrainian girl who is
a refugee,
a Ukrainian refugee. Now, is she in our country legally? I
mean, she came here. She came seeking asylum.
Now, she's in a war-torn country. These are the few people that should be seeking asylum. People from like Guatemala shouldn't be coming into America saying, "I'm seeking asylum."
Maria takes homage to that.
I'm sorry, but someone that's actually in a war-torn country right now, in the middle of a war, these are the true refugees.
Just sitting there, not bugging a soul.
Mm-mm.
That's why I'm going to sit in the last row from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Dad and Lummy, I'm going to sit sideways with my gun.
You a city bus driver?
I know, it's
Big time.
No, I'm not. But if I'd find myself on a city bus, Seth, this has completely changed my whole outlook on city buses. I'm either going to sit
If you're on a city bus, I think you got bigger problems than somebody on the city bus potentially stabbing you.
True, but there has been history to show that people that stab people ride city buses.
Yes.
So I'm going to either
I've seen that study.
Jason Thomas, let me 25 on the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App the Bubba Army. Thank you. So I'm going to either sit behind the bus driver and look towards everybody, kind of sideways, or I'm sitting in the last row because I'm not going to have somebody come up on me like this. You can tell him. You can actually tell him he gets the knife out.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is this: like, what did she do?
They said there was no interactions between the two.
Right. She's glued to her phone like all people are.
So, Bubba, you can't fix crazy. There's a point. There comes a point where you just can't fix it.
Crazy. And it's just like.
So you just hope that the crazy identifies themselves so we can take them out of society?
So this is him full of blood. That's a picture of her.
Yeah,
Obviously.
He cut his hand. So he's bleeding.
Wow.
He stabbed her so much and so hard that he cut his hand on his own knife. So Seth, we did establish this. He got the other 13 times this asshole was arrested. That's the point where you say this guy's a problem. How many times does a crazy person have to be arrested for being crazy or violent or whatever before we say, you know what, maybe we really should take this guy off the streets?
And at the end of the day,
13,
Lummy, it'd be
14,
interesting to see the 13 or 14 priors. What were they from? Just being homeless?
Do you think they should go to
panhandling?
jail, or do you think they should go somewhere where they could potentially be rehabilitated?
Jail.
They should go into a mental institution and never be let outside again or allowed to reproduce if they're really that crazy and that potentially violent.
Now,
we don't need their genes
Hold on.
in our human gene pool.
Let me ask you a question. Is back here, Lummy, is that where she is, back here?
Yeah, he's walking up.
Now, what are...
Well, no, he went to a different train.
That guy just notices the blood. Look at him.
What I'm saying is he's not on... What did people do on her train?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. He walked away from what the reports are.
Because, Lummy, it's my understanding that there's a couple people over here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I sent you his rap sheet.
It's really tragic because it's preventable. When you see these crimes where it's recidivism...
He looks like Marshawn Lynch, the Beast. He's in beast mode. And probably Dan with that much power coming down probably right here, probably within the first couple stabs, she was dead. No?
It takes a long time for someone to die that's been stabbed.
He started stabbing her in the throat. That's where he started.
Now,
So
Dan, is
brutal.
that...
minutes, not seconds, minutes to hours before someone dies from stab wounds.
And even
that's
in
why
the-
they stab him 50 times.
Even in the throat?
Yep.
So he's just walking it off now, just dripping blood?
Yeah.
Oh, my, look how much blood there is.
He's trying to get out.
Now, listen, let me ask you a question. In today's world, Dan, Jay,
yes,
lawyers, if you're this guy right here, and you have your concealed weapons permit, or even even in Florida is open carry as long as it's a constitutional carry, and you see a guy that has a knife that's dripping blood from him, I think you can draw down. I think you can
draw. I don't know if you can shoot, but you can draw.
I think you can be afraid of that guy.
100%.
I think you can be in fear of your life for that guy. Now, I'm not saying you blow him away, but you can keep him at a distance, meaning he won't approach you with that knife.
If one of the people in the car actually had a gun at the time they're witnessing it, you can protect someone else as though you're protecting yourself.
Right. If while he was doing the stabbing, somebody could have blown him away. But
100%. In Florida.
But as he gets on another bus and makes his way.
Like this guy,
past
if he
his-
starts realizing it and he draws on him, I think
Right.
you can. I think you can be in a reasonable fear for your safety and say, "Look, I pull my gun, stop, and then if he does anything,
And if the guy if the guy stops, then you're fine.
Yep.
You can't do anything. But if he lunges to you and tries to make you victim number 2, I think you can Swiss cheese him.
I agree.
Yes, you can. And then here's the other thing: if he's running away, so you have a guy now with a blood dripping knife that just brutally murdered an innocent person.
That's
that's
trailing
on your train.
Hold on, that's trailing blood.
Trailing blood, and you saw what happened. You realize what happened. You realize he still has the knife, and you draw on him, and he walks away. You could argue. I surmise that you could argue that he's still a potential threat, an imminent threat to people around him.
you can't shoot him in the back. You can't shoot him in the back.
ass.
You maybe shoot him in the leg, or I would
stop him.
recommend against shooting anyone in the back ever.
Yeah, shoot him right in the ass. He's not going anywhere. They caught him though, right?
Did they catch you?
Yeah, they caught him. See, none of those people realize what's happening. That's the thing. It's just a different car.
Yeah, so this is a different car.
Yeah.
And you can see the guy here. He's looking down on the floor.
See now,
Now it looks
Dan and
like
I were talking off the air. What would you do if you started realizing it? Would you be the guy that goes in and tries to, restrain this dude, or would you just like mind your own business?
I'd pull my gun out and hold him at bay.
Me too.
I don't know
I'd
if
like
I
to
would.
think
I don't know
so.
if I would engage the guy.
What if you had no gun on you?
But if I didn't have a gun on me, I would. I don't know what I would do.
Maybe rally some other passengers, or do like
But
the
I'm
guy
usually
Beamer
I'm
did.
usually with the
Beamer
merch
did,
crick
and,
man, and she always has one. She has 2 on her usually. I don't
She
even
is.
got to carry one
Double
anymore.
cannons.
I don't even got to. Well, that's talking about her jugs.
Oh,
I'm talking about. I mean, she's got 50 cals just for boobs, but I mean, she's always got a 9 on her at all times. Then I'd be like, "Give me your gun. Let me be the hero for once." She's like, "No, give me your gun. You got 2. Give me one." Right, Dan. If you had 2 on you, I'd be like, "Dan, let me have one."
Absolutely, Bubba. I can't shoot two-handed.
And not only that, but I know Dan comes out like Yosemite Sam, rootin' tootin', with 2 guns. I'm like, Dan, we're gonna have a better coverage if now let's not get in a crossfire, but let's he can't keep 2 of us at bay.
I've practiced shooting two targets at the same
Oh,
time.
I know you have, Dan. Of course you have.
Yosemite Dan.
Yosemite Dan.
I can do it. It's hard.
God, and she's
beautiful.
And
but anyway, she's innocent. She had nothing to do with anything. There's no reason. This is a senseless crime against another human being. Everyone should be outraged. Whether or not he's black or white, whether or not she's black or white. When you have a human killing another human for absolutely no reason.
Color, ethnicity means nothing here. It means absolutely nothing here. But other than this, if that was a white guy and a black woman, this would be the biggest news in America right now. Right now, it's barely part of the news cycle. One of the most brutalest murders I've seen in public has, to me, it's not even trending.
No, CNN just posted it this morning. So, and I sent you his rap sheet, and it looks like he was troubled as a juvenile too. So it looks like he went to juvie. So they've known about it for a while because he's in his 30s.
2007, juvenile and early adult years. Brown's criminal activity began as early as 2007 when he was still a minor. Specific charges from this period are not detailed, but it marks the start of a documented criminal behavior. Brown's criminal beginnings described as a career criminal. His early offenses include being in and out of jail multiple times, suggesting a pattern of repeated offenses, felony larceny, convicted of felony larceny at some point, indicating theft of a significant value or a repeat offense escalated from misdemeanor theft, armed robbery.
Jesus.
Served approximately 5 years in prison for armed robbery, a serious violent crime in which the use of a weapon.
Do you think he wanted to go to prison?
No, I think you can just go and...
You don't think that there's people that want to, that can't function in society and that they just want to go back to...
I think you can take a rock and throw it through your local jewelry store and they'll come get you and put you in jail. I think.
This guy kept getting out.
Not there.
assault on a female, and with stalking, charged with assaulting a female and engaging in stalking behavior, added to his violent crime history. January of 24. So we're just talking about a year and 6 months ago. Misuse of 911.
Oh, he should get death penalty for that one.
Released from jail without bond for misusing 911, a misdemeanor offense that raised concerns about early intervention failures. July of 2024, just about a year and 2 months ago, competency questioned. His public defender questioned his ability to proceed in a court case, potentially due to his mental health and or capacity issues. There's no resolution that is detailed. And now, August 28th, 2025, first-degree murder, arrested following the fatal stabbing of the Ukrainian woman on Charlotte Light Rail. The incident involved a throat slash. Brown sustained 9 non-life-threatening injuries. He's currently facing charges of first-degree murder after recovery, as reported by the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. So here's this guy. And has been arrested again 14 prior times, and some crazy judge let him out based on a signature bond, and that's why he's out walking the streets. You know what, Lummy? I know Charlie Sheen's allowed to promote his documentary.
I sure can.
I can't mind. Hopefully, I'll get a ruling on. I can at least promote it. We've slipped, Lummy, from 1st to 11th.
Oh no. Whew.
Really pissing me off. I think there's some damages.
You could argue.
The scenes, he indulged in an escalating cascade of drugs and sex.
You are very frank about your sex life.
I fast forwarded to some of the really juicy stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was expensive.
From hiring sex workers.
Right.
You testified against Hollywood Madam Heidi Fleiss.
Is this on Netflix?
His doc?
Yeah.
Yes.
You admitted you spent $53,000 for her services.
Well, that's what they knew of.
Yeah,
that's what they had on the book. So.
But do you think you were a sex addict?
Probably, yeah.
Has he had some work done? Looks like he has, Dan.
He probably had something done to his neck. I mean, he's old. He's in his 60s.
Yeah. I mean, if to frame it like that, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you say sex went hand in hand with your drug use.
It did.
I do like. I think it was on Howard. I was listening to an interview one time with him on Howard, and Howard brought up a question. He said, "Hey, Charlie, rumor has it that you pay up to $3,000 for hookers," and he said to have sex with you. And Charlie Sheen said, "No, Howard, I pay $3,000 for hookers to have sex with me, then leave. I pay them to leave because I don't want them hanging around the house any more than I have to have. I want the sex and I want you to leave, so I pay you $3,000 to leave." Thought it was pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
And wanting to try, as you framed it, quote, other side of the menu. Which for some people out there, they mean, what's the other side?
Now, is that how he got AIDS?
Maybe. Arguably.
I think he hooked up with, reports came out that he was having sex with a guy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
When he's having guy sex, that's the easier way to catch it.
I mean, that's a way to catch it. And
catch it by catching it.
And it's usually one of the more riskier ways to get it, right? Right, Dan? I mean, like,
IV drug use.
I think outside of IV drug use, sharing needles, and anal sex, I think that actual vaginal sex with a penis / man on woman, I think the statistic that now I'm not advocating that you go out and find hookers and not use condoms. And, of course you should, but I think the statistics are relatively low on getting it through vaginal sex.
Comparatively, especially if you're circumcised.
Right.
If you're not circumcised, you still have a higher risk.
But if you're
the mucosa of
circumcised,
your glands is more susceptible to the virus.
But if you're circumcised, now you can still get it. I'm not saying that, go out and be reckless, but the majority of AIDS or having the HIV virus is from the sharing of needles, and the
recipient anal sex.
And it says Charlie Sheen contracted HIV after having unprotected sex twice.
Out of the menu,
he says,
that's sleeping with men. And you said you're being honest about it now, but why did you keep it secret for so long?
Sure. Yeah. Because there was another element to it that it did come with a tremendous amount of extortion. And so at the time.
Oh, let's not forget, and you can Google it, Keith Davidson.
Wait till you see what he says. It's catch and kill.
Keith Davidson, and you'll remember that name.
Yep.
Keith Davidson brokered several of Charlie's sex tape deals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let me Google
Interesting.
Google, just so I can prove it to people, Keith Davidson / Charlie Sheen, and see what comes up and then send it to me.
Okay.
I was just like, all right, let's just pay to keep it quiet.
Oh.
And just hope it just stays over there. Make it go away. Just make it go away. And then
What did Kevin call that, Jay? A fixer.
A fixer.
There's certain amount of people that are considered fixers, and they make stuff go away.
You were just paying people not to.
yeah, because they would have that video thing.
Let me know when you have it.
Things or whatever, and had stuff over me, so that was kind of held hostage. And it's just that's a bad feeling. But again, that's not what I led with. I just led with, all right, people talked about this and this thing and whatever, and so I just need to be free of that. And then see how the world feels if people know that stuff. Because I've written a story all these years about, oh, geez, if I ever reveal that, then this has to be how I'd be dealt with, how I'd be treated, how they'd feel.
I sent you his wiki. His wiki has the whole Charlie Sheen on Keith Davidson.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. You just scroll down. He has his own subsection right there.
Here we go. Keith Davidson, the guy that brokered the Hogan Heather sex tape. Paris Hilton, Tequila, Charlie Sheen, Hulk Hogan, Karen McDougal, Stormy Daniels.
Wow.
Sarah, whoever the hell this name is.
It's all right there.
Yeah, it's all right there. Look at Hulk Hogan is next to Charlie Sheen. In 2010, Capri Anderson alleged that she was assaulted by Charlie Sheen and retained Davidson as counsel. Despite a 90-day suspension, Davidson contacted Sheen's attorney to negotiate a settlement of at least $1 million. Sheen later sued Anderson, arguing she was attempting to extort him. Davidson arranged for Anderson to appear on the Good Morning America to discuss her case and appear with her on a broadcast interview. The following year, Davidson represented somebody else named Montgomery, another adult actress who claimed potential injury from Sheen. In 2011, Sheen disclosed to Montgomery that he was HIV positive. She would later test negative. Montgomery was referred to Davidson. During her first meeting, Montgomery's partner claimed that Kia was under the influence of methamphetamines when she signed her contract with Davis, thus voiding it. Davidson disputed the account. Davidson arranged for Montgomery to enter a rehabilitation facility and eventually negotiated a $2 million settlement with Sheen, payable in installments. Hulk Hogan. It goes into the Hulk Hogan deal. Hogan, Houston, and Davidson met at a Florida hotel room to finalize an agreement. Davidson brought the videos, and the other two brought $150 in cash. FBI agents in the next room listened in and prepared to make an arrest. During the meeting, Davidson admitted to Houston that the tapes had initially came from a disgruntled former employee of Clem's, and that he did not know whether they had been stolen or if he was interested in knowing. Like, how in the hell is it?
It goes on. Look at that. Goes on to Lori.
Yeah, during the meeting, Lori Burbage, friend of Lloyd's, admitted to Hogan and Houston that she had leaked the tape to Gawker. She and Hogan signed multiple copies of the agreement while Houston and Hogan were authenticating them. Burbage submitted to a lie detector test as the contract required. Davidson prepared to hand over the DVDs, and Houston readied a check for $150,000 when the FBI agents entered the room. After being detained and questioned, Burbage and Davidson were released. Pending further investigation, Davidson texted Lloyd and advised him to retain separate counsel since we now had a conflict of interest as a target of the same investigation. Davidson hired Brian Albritton. It's all right here. The former U.S. attorney for the Middle District of Florida to represent him. 7 months later, federal prosecutors closed the case without charging anyone. I mean, how is this guy walking this? I mean, like that, almost like that bad guy who stabbed people. How is, well, I guess we know why, don't we?
Yep.
We know why. Because he was working with the feds.
I still can't believe that no one asked him in that trial, you're a cooperating witness. What did you get in return for your cooperation? It's a basic, fundamental lawyer 101 question, and not a single person asked that in that trial in New York. And I was jumping through the television.
Because somebody told me that that question might have been asked.
I watched a lot of it, and I did not see that question where it was, I'm cooperating in return for not being prosecuted. I never heard that. It's normally,
and
think of cooperating witnesses, it'd be like...
Then you go back and look at this little case of ours, and every part of our case where he was listed has now been officially redacted.
Right, and think about like most cooperating witnesses, it's like a jailbird. You know, they're next to each other, the guy's in the cell next to him, and he says the guy admitted it. And then on the stand, they said, okay, in return for your testimony, you've gotten a lesser sentence, didn't you? You have something where you can impeach the credibility of the cooperating witness. There's always a basis to impeach that. I just never heard it. So if it was done silently. It was never highlighted by anybody in the media. It should have been something that was a damning, discrediting thing for him completely as a witness.
They could have taken this scumbag off the streets.
He still has his law license.
Davidson has represented clients who have sought non-disclosure agreement settlements from notable individuals such as Donald Trump, Charlie Sheen, Hulk Hogan, managed professional boxers Manny Pacquiao and James Tooney, and in the mid-2010, adult actress Stormy Daniels and Playboy playmate Karen McDougal retained Davidson to negotiate payments in exchange for refraining from publicly addressing their sexual encounters with then-president candidate Donald Trump. These statements drew Davidson into a Trump campaign expense controversy. He has since cooperated. Here we go.
In return for what? Hit that. What's special prosecutor? It's just going to go to him. Yeah. It's going to go to Robert Mueller, which is useless.
He has since... Doesn't that just validate everything we were saying on Friday night?
I think so.
He has since cooperated with Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller's investigation. He's settled cases up to $1.6 million.
Wow. He's a real stand-up guy.
He's a good dude.
The best.
He's good at what he does.
2015, Sheen publicly revealed that he was HIV positive.
That was a tremendous relief. That felt like, okay, all right, there's that. Now I can focus on some other things.
Well, the strange ass probably came to a screeching halt, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
That's one way to ruin your rap.
Yeah.
Tell everybody you got HIV.
Was 2015, you're right.
So how you feeling now?
I feel pretty good.
Sheen says he stopped using drugs in 2015 and that he has now been completely sober for nearly 8 years.
He still has much.
What was the final straw?
Now, Dan, if you have, I don't know if you had HIV or you just, what's the difference between having AIDS and having HIV?
HIV is the virus. AIDS is a compilation of symptoms caused by the virus. And so you get HIV and then you develop the symptoms of AIDS.
Now, which
is a syndrome.
Can you have HIV and go through whatever Magic Johnson and whatever did and get and treat it and get rid of it?
Apparently, yes.
It was, well, my body was starting to reject it. I talk about that in the book, you know, literally like turning inside out. That was a mess.
Your kids.
Yeah.
Cassandra, you were 19
Yeah.
when you had her with your high school sweetheart. And then you have to.
All right, enough of all this nonsense. But Keith Davidson has had ties to Charlie Sheen.
From Charlie Sheen to the president.
To Bubba Clem.
It's amazing.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Big Gulp, 92 months. Thank you. Just got Big Gulp. But it's under. How many beers is? Absolutely insane. Perfect bowl on Tommy. Did you do it? Retarded.
Good morning, guys.
Bubba Army for life. Good morning. Did they have a shot pulled up for you?
Yep.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I got it. What's up, Double XL Gaming? How you doing, buddy? The John Costica. What's up, Steve, the grumpy old man? We coded. We caught it. What's up, Jay from NOLA? Ziggy. What's up, Dirt Merchant? Meds, his herbs. Good morning, everybody. Right back at you, Hockey Farmer. Johnny Z. Fradley, good morning. Jeff Frierson, how's everybody doing? What's up, Permagrom? Shaka, right back at you, brother. Getting a little better every day. Got my follow-up with my doc today to find out when I can get back in the water. Chip Jones. What's up, Charles? How are you? Good morning, my friend. Grouper Lips, how you doing, buddy? Marks and Mark, good morning. It's so funny to see my wife paying attention to football because of that stupid fantasy league. It's hilarious. She's never paid attention to football in her life.
She won this week.
She did?
I don't know. I think she was winning.
Was she? She probably doesn't even know. She went to bed early.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios.
Aquabito.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I think maybe tomorrow I'll be able to bring back the promotion of Video Killed the Radio Star, where I will be able to tell you where you can go get it. And also remind you that on Friday, the 12th, this coming Friday, it's available at 2 other places besides where it's available now. Jay, boy, I'm getting into this article, and it lays it all out. It's just that the majority of the media chose not to acknowledge it.
I can't believe it. Shocker.
Which is evident by, it's amazing. Only one television station showed up on Friday because this is a major story, and of course it's the Tampa Times and Chris Spada showed up as well. But it just kind of goes, along the lines of how I'm perceived as, the bad guy.
It's proof of the conclusion in the movie, which is you're treated differently and that there is no justice for you in the Tampa Bay. And that even when you have a movie that's vindicated you completely, it's not even a blip on the radar here.
Nope.
I was just blown away that Saturday morning there wasn't something from somebody about it. How many articles were there about it when it happened? And there's not a single one to clarify what happened.
In our own backyard. Bill Belichick wants to clarify whether Patriot scouts are allowed at UNC.
To comment on that, provide some sort of explanation on that.
Yeah, well, no, it's clear that I'm not welcome there around their facility, and so they're not welcome in ours. Pretty simple.
Very simple. Oh my goodness.
Megyn Kelly, who usually kind of toes the Trump gimmick, she's telling him, man, stay out of this whole National Guard in Chicago mess. Is he getting churned up on that?
See, the thing is that the media is reporting it like he's saying he's going to go in. What he's asked is for Governor Pritzker's permission so that he can come in. In the meantime, New Orleans, which is in Louisiana, the Louisiana governor said, hey, Mr. Trump, Mr. President, I think we'd like the guard here, the National Guard here. Maybe it can help clean up New Orleans. And so with the consent of the governor of Louisiana, they're going to now go into New Orleans and try to clean that up a little bit. And so he's trolling everybody. And so I agree with her. Don't go in without permission. Ask permission. If they don't ask permission, then it's what you were saying last week, Bubba. Are you guys for crime? How do you take the opposite side of that one? It's not a good look for the Democrats to say everything's cool here while 5 people got murdered this weekend, 7 people got murdered last weekend. Their shootings are off the chart as to what's acceptable.
You can't just send them into random cities in support of just fighting crime. Like that, you really can't do without the invitation of a governor. So we're heading for an uncomfortable showdown with Governor Pritzker. We can't have Trump going in without the invitation of this governor. I'm sorry, but We can't have it.
I agree.
He does not have the constitutional permission to do it. It very clearly is not constitutionally permissible. He cannot do it. I really hope he doesn't do it because I don't want a world in which I'm siding with Governor Pritzker over President Trump. But I will if he does it because he can't do it legally.
And I mean,
That's accurate.
that's very accurate. That's very accurate. But I don't know that he'll necessarily listen because he goes crazy, right?
Yeah.
He does
exactly.
on occasion for sure.
I mean, what's this story? Candace Cameron deletes bathing suit photo after trolls. Yeah, you can't put any pictures of.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was it. It was you can't post anything. Everyone's so negative these days.
Oh my God! And she looks beautiful, by the way. And it's just that the trolls are
That's
just
the picture.
Yeah,
Is
It's
this
not bad.
Is this the picture right here? Let me.
that was when she replaced it with.
Oh, what did
She had a bikini. She deleted it.
I don't think it's
right there.
Is that right there?
Yeah, that's it.
That's not even like a thirsty
and she's
picture.
like what, 50 plus years old?
I think she had like 3 kids too.
Yeah, and boy, the trolls just
What? For that one?
for this one right here. Probably because she got what little. I wish that's all I had right there, Lummy. if that's all I had, just that little bit right there, I'd never wear a shirt.
Some skin rolls. That's it. Skinny skin rolls.
Yeah. And the trolls just absolutely killed her.
Yeah, she took it down.
Yeah. I mean, we see it on our level, and we're just a bunch of local jobbers.
Yeah, but she's been on TV since she was a kid.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Has she been on that long?
Yeah, she was on Full House.
Yeah, that's where she started.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I mean, not all
She was on
people
Full
age
House.
the same, and she aged great. What's wrong with that?
She was the mom on Full House, wasn't she?
No, she was the kid.
She was the daughter, yeah.
She was but the older daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, like the 15, 16-year-old daughter, right?
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
She got to be that age.
I think she started when she was like 9 or 10.
She got to 15.
She did get to 15?
Yeah, she started when she was 11.
If you have any sort of an audience on social media, you're just inviting comments when you post any pictures of yourself.
But here's the deal, man. The other thing is you've made it if you've got a whole bunch of trolls on social media
That's
as well.
what they say, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you almost got to deal with the fact that, if you don't have any trolls on social media, if you don't have 12, 13, 1,400 people.
What, we'd be destitute?
Then you're like, you're really just kind of a local yokel hometown, you're not global, you're not relative, and you're pretty insignificant unless but you got to have some trolls now.
Well, now as harmless as that picture is, my wife wouldn't post anything like that of herself ever.
Well, no, I know that. I mean, she's a pretty private person anyway.
Yeah.
So this has gone viral, and this is the Philadelphia Phillies, and there's a home run that was hit, correct?
At the Marlins Stadium.
Yes.
Is it in Miami?
So
good luck finding a Miami fan.
At the Marlins, Philadelphia versus Marlins in Miami, a Philadelphia guy hits a homie.
Yeah.
And it kind of lands in no man's land. It doesn't land near, nobody catches it, or doesn't land one chair away from a guy. It lands a few rows away.
No, it lands in front of the woman that's making the big deal.
Oh, does it?
Yes. But she didn't get it.
Oh, so it lands right here.
Yep.
He does what you always do. Give it to a kid.
He ran 27 seats over to grab it.
So, listen, finders keepers at the ball game. Now, if the guy had not given it to his kid, then I would have a little bit more wiggle room for being mad at the dad. She looks to be a Phillies fan too.
Oh, she is.
I think most people at the game were Phillies
It was
fans.
95%.
And look at her. She's like
over a baseball.
She's about to go into hiding with Steve Bartman because she has been. This lady's. There's already Halloween costumes out of this lady. There's no doubt she's been doxxed. She probably already got fired from her job.
They're calling her what? Baseball Karen?
Yeah.
That's a perfect name.
She's like, I'm standing over there. The ball went right in front of me. You ran over there and got it. Yeah? What's your problem? Did you catch the ball? No. Did it land at your feet? Yeah. Were you not quick enough to grab it? Yeah. Did I get it? Yeah. Did I give it to my son? Yeah.
Lummy, we're big sports guys. Isn't it kind of goonish to run like a section over to grab a ball?
100%.
Okay.
I would not run 27 seats over to grab a ball
still,
for Walker.
Listen, I understand. I understand, and I agree with you and Seth. I really
you know
do.
what? I caught a ball once at Legends Field. We were walking.
Caught.
Yeah, but listen, we were walking up, and it was like literally a Friday night spring training, and a foul ball comes up, and as we're walking up, I literally have a beer in one hand and my cell phone in the other. And as it bounces right in front of somebody else, I put my phone in my back pocket, and because I'm 6'1", I reached gently over his head and I caught it, and then I handed it to my child, and everyone in the arena, they clapped for me, and it was one of the best moments I've ever had as a dad to do that. It was incredible.
You caught it.
Yeah, but I was walking up on somebody. He could have caught it too. I'm taller than him.
I know,
Sorry.
but it was hit in your general proximity.
Yeah,
very close. To the point where you just had to reach out your hand.
You know where my seats are, Lummy?
Jay.
Yeah,
it was
hold
up
on.
in the top of the stage. I was 25 rows from my seat.
Okay, Jay, if the ball was laying there, would you sprint up the seats to go pick it up?
I'm not going to pull it from a woman, no. No.
All over. Now, listen, I can understand. I'd have more understanding if this was like a Shohei Ohtani,
like an epic 50th home run.
Yes, absolutely. Like if it was, this is just the guy's third home run since being a Philly. It's not a big deal. Like if it was Barry Bonds' 755, or it was something of significance. But this guy just joined the Phillies about a week ago. It's his third homer as a Philly, and that's all this ball represents. This ball's not gonna be a collector's item. I mean, it might be a little bit of something.
I just think everybody involved in this is kind of a goon, including the Marlins went and brought this kid a whole bunch of stuff, like a ball hit him in the face or something like that. They're taking care of this kid. They're like, oh, we heard it's your birthday.
Everybody's so woke.
They go, it's not
tickets to the World Series, Seth, like you're saying. They really did take care of
he got tickets to the World Series?
Yeah, the guy that owns Camping World.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
Bought him tickets and got him a brand new camper.
And he got a signed bat instead of a ball. Instead of a ball, he got a signed bat. Yep.
You're saying that because inevitably did the guy give the ball to her?
Yes, you'll watch. He gives it to her.
So now we got Camping World that's got him a new camper.
Yes.
We got Camping World that's bought him tickets to the World Series. And then the Marlins brought the kid down and gave him a VIP experience after the ball game.
I say maybe if she pushed him down the stairs and he rolled like 6 sections, maybe.
If she would have drawn blood and curbed him or something, then I get it. You're right, maybe. But
all because this guy's got a wiry father over there.
Yeah.
He does.
Here, bitch, take it.
And look at her.
Take it. See you later.
Gone. And Phillies fans don't need any bad press.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they're naturally not good.
Fits the mold, doesn't it, Seth?
So we brought you a cool little goodie bag.
What in the world has happened to us?
She starts getting hazed. The crowd starts yelling at her.
But,
yeah, that lady should have left immediately.
And here's the deal, though. But, I mean, as much heat as you want to get with the dad, all the accolades that the kid gets validates the dad's actions. Does it not? If you were offended by what the dad did, running over 27 seats to grab the ball, then you wouldn't be showering this kid with gifts, right? It started with his dad going 2 sections over to grab the ball. Then the baseball Karen came over, threw her fit, and the dad gave the ball. Now everybody feels sorry for the kid, but then the initial.
Are you saying she's in the right? Are you saying this proves that she was in the wrong?
Yes. I think
it's basically
you can't shower the kid with gifts, and if you shower the kid with gifts, then you're acknowledging that you had no problem with his dad going over 2 sections, as much as you said you wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it, and Jay wouldn't do it, nor would Lummy. But I mean, when you give the kid when the kid gets a camper, World Series tickets and then taken down for a VIP experience with the Marlins/Phillies, at that point, you are saying what your dad did was okay upon you to receive the ball.
When you strip it all down, I think that you just look at a lady essentially taking a ball from a kid.
Yes.
If you don't look at what the father did and all that, you see a lady come over and then the dad gives it. Then you're like, what the hell's wrong with this lady? Shouldn't she let a kid have it? So I think when you just look at that, maybe I can understand why he's getting a few gifts. But when you look at the whole picture of the dad like running over there like a spider monkey, then everybody's in the wrong.
Is there some unspoken rule that if you're in the outfield that you can only get a ball that's in front of your section?
No,
you can't run up and go get it. I
don't think so, but it's just not something. It's not something I would do. Even to get it for my daughter or something like that. It just I wouldn't run in front of people.
Yeah,
but there is no rule.
No, there's usually a lot of little kids running for it.
There's an unspoken rule as a dad or as a fan, but if first of all, the section that there was nobody in the, it wasn't like he had to go over 3 people, knock 2 Cokes over, a guy's bag of popcorn and another guy's bag of peanuts to, boss hog his way into a section to grab the ball. There was nothing between him and the ball except empty seats.
Can you play?
Right? Am I right on that?
You go back to the beginning.
Yeah, can you play it? Can you just play from the beginning when the lady comes up to the guy and he puts up his dukes?
All right, so here the ball.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So it's not even in her row.
So the ball, I want to make sure where I see the. Now where's the ball?
It's kind of in front. See how she's reaching down for it?
So is it right here?
Looks like
is
it.
Is the ball about right there?
Over that hat. Yeah, over the person's hat. See how she's looking down?
All right, so it's still
not her row.
It's not in her row. And so this guy, that guy, this guy, the baseball Karen, and this guy are all kind of.
They all have ability to get it. Any of them.
Right.
Look at number one's reaching for it.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is coming in.
Give me the
strong.
twist push. That's mine.
And he.
Look at that.
Gets the ball.
I still say I don't really have a problem with that. Give it to the kid immediately.
I don't have a problem with that.
I sent you his response.
And so the kid went down and got to meet this player after the game too.
Yeah,
I think we might have mentioned that. He got autographed bat, he autographed everything.
Yeah, it's free RV too, and his tickets.
Snag a ball for his birthday week, and
We were out in the home run seats.
Be like, I'm at, Sammy's birthday year.
Don't bust me up with a birthday week, man. Everybody's got a birthday.
Jimmy Cleaver's had a birthday month. So.
Sammy turned, Sammy's birthday's in January. We're quickly approaching.
Trying to snag a ball for his birthday week, and as soon as it cracked off the bat, it was starting to head our way a little bit. So I walked to my right, and I thought, oh crap, it's coming. And I walked down a couple seats, and it fell and kind of bobbled between the 2 armrests. And I picked it up, and as I was pulling away, 2 other hands came, and I didn't really care at that point. I just walked away and held the ball up high, and
I think that he obtained the ball correctly.
Father of the year, will you say?
Birthday week.
Was hoping he'd be on the Megatron TV or whatever, and
Megatron. He's used to the wide receiver from the.
They should have redone this TikTok.
and then she showed up.
So you walked back over to your seat. You gave the ball to Lincoln. She came over a couple minutes later. What was she saying to you?
No, it was like 10 seconds or 15 seconds later. She was quick.
Sure.
She definitely scurried on over.
What did she say?
Oh, bitch, you scurried.
Yeah.
I didn't even see her walk up. And as she reached for my arm, she just yelled in my ear, "That's my ball!" Like super loud. I jumped out of my skin. And I was like,
he did. His reaction's hilarious.
Why are you here? Go away. And then she's like, "That's my ball. You stole it out of those are from our seats." I said, there was nobody in that seat. She said, "That's from where we were sitting." And she just went on and on. I don't even remember what she said. It was,
See, the only time I can say that it's not fair game if the ball is hit People are scrambling around. A guy had to maybe go through a couple different sections to get there. As long as he doesn't have to impede over anybody, and he can get to that section uninterrupted. And then the other times it's like you'll see a guy catch an outfielder catch the third out, Lummy.
Yeah.
And then he'll walk up to the wall and he'll specifically know which kid he wants to give it to, and he goes to kind of throw it up, and then somebody intercepts it at that point. Now, I got a problem with that.
That happened a couple weeks ago.
I got a problem with that. That's where you got to step in and say, that's for that kid right there.
In the end, a kid should end up with the ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now I'm really starting to see why they got all these gifts.
A lot of eyes on us by that time. And
Seth,
the
would it
ball
be
was
okay
off.
if you're behind her to reach over her head and catch it?
Yeah.
Jay, it's really.
I think if it's two adults and he's doing it and putting it in his own pocket, no matter what he does, he looks like a complete asshole. I think that if it's done for a child, the moment you hand it to a child, all is fair game.
It's almost like somebody throwing $1 on the floor, and everybody going crazy. I just wouldn't. I just don't have that desire to go after a baseball unless it's coming from my face.
Already in his glove, and she just wouldn't stop. And I mean, I'm literally leaning back as she's in my face, yelling and yelling and yelling. And I pretty much just wanted her to go away. And because I had a fork in the road, either, do something I was probably going to regret or be dad and show him how to de-escalate the situation. So,
well, even if he made a mistake, he did do the right thing there.
That's true.
Went.
Lincoln, how were you feeling when you had the ball in your hands and then suddenly you saw that you had to give it back up?
I wasn't very happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was gonna get it anyways.
Sure.
She wasn't gonna take it, but we did. I decided to give her the ball. I apologize to you, but
That's okay. We got a recamper, Dad. and the World Series tickets. And we got to meet, we got to go down to the clubhouse and meet the boys. Hell,
Turned out okay, son.
it
Doing
was
the right thing.
We just wanted her to go away,
Yeah.
and it worked out. You got a bat.
No, have they healed her, Lummy? Have they healed on her at all?
Well, they found they tried to dox. They doxed the wrong woman first, Todd. And I guess maybe they now have found her, but that first lady, I guess, is has had him to hide now too because they got it wrong.
Doxing is so uncool.
I think
so bad.
I think Seth said it correctly to begin with in a smart ass way. She's the Steve Bartman of Philadelphia right now.
Oh, I mean, yes, she doesn't. I wouldn't go out in public if I was her.
What a stiff bitch!
Change my whole look.
Taking it from the kid. Yeah, but
what glasses, contacts, and dyed hair.
What do you do with it? Go put it on your armoire or something when you get home?
It's not even a ball of significance.
Right.
It's like it's not like it's now there's a lot of home like if Judge hits 60 this year, Lummy.
Yeah.
Judge's 60th, Seth would be a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a big deal. And that's probably worth a lot of money.
No, I don't even know who hit the one I caught, and it didn't make a difference because it was a father-son moment. It was one of those things where you dream of it happening and you reach up in slow motion and you get it, and it's in a little ball case, and we don't care who the hell hit the ball because I don't even remember if it was the Yankees or the opposing team. I don't remember who the opposing team was. But that kind of moment for a parent, I mean, I got to say, it was magical. It was a magical moment to be waiting for something like that to happen your whole life and then happen and give it to your kid. I feel badly for the guy. I think he did a good job.
When we return, DeSantis, I guess, might put this up on referendum, which would be great. Jay, I can't even imagine what your property taxes are. I'd say upwards of 40 grand.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And, even like you living in the suburbs, I bet your property taxes are 10 grand, 15 grand.
Easy, yes.
DeSantis determined to let Floridians vote on property tax elimination. I mean, is there any? Jay, take off every political hat you have, okay?
Yes, sir.
And Seth, you too, and Lummy, you too. Is there anybody that can give me a good reason why you would say, "Oh no, I got to keep that property. I'm going to vote no on this. I want to keep property taxes."
Only if they jam me up with taxes everywhere else to make up for it.
True. I'd like to see maybe what in lieu of, but
They said it's going to be a lot of tourist taxes.
There you go.
Hotels and things like that.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, Lummy.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll get to that next.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
My son, you have no idea. My wife got a case for it. It was like, it was all time. He's got it in his little case in his room.
Yankees, you should just say it was.
It was Judge.
Yeah, exactly.
Simply Judge.
Yeah, it's before he hit his 50th home run.
Yeah.
Bob. That is true, Josh.
Good internet, Fred. Good morning. Morning, Jeff.
Alrighty, we'll read it too. Gloria, Gloria.
Seth, I don't know why, but on my YouTube thread, for some reason, it came up with like, you know, top #1 songs for 1986 in sequence, and then it would just do them. You'd probably love it. It's hilarious what was so popular.
What was it? What do you got?
And it was everything from like Gloria to, you know, Toto.
Yeah.
I mean, but stuff that is like pleasing to listen to.
The good stuff.
Yeah, I liked it. And then the next, like 87 came up, but it was really cool. I actually enjoyed it.
I know, like
Duran Duran.
Such an repeat.
I know the '80s is like a joke to people, but I mean, it had a lot better stuff then.
Some cool music back then.
There really was, man. The best love songs, I feel like, were right in the '80s. I feel like that was peak love.
It was certainly peak videos. All the music was about the video.
Back then they did. Oh, when did it? Yeah.
Yeah, 1986. That's when like Duran Duran was doing, you know, Rio and all that kind of stuff, and so there was a lot of visual imagery going on with it. You know, it was White Snake and all that kind of stuff.
Man, now they don't even make music videos.
Nope. Yep, it was Culture Club. It was definitely Boy George. It was Wham. It was all that stuff.
Culture Club, is that Chameleon?
Yep, it was that song.
It says 1981. They claim it's the first music video.
Yeah, the video killed the radio star.
August 1st.
I remember seeing it. The Boogaloos.
Bugles.
Was it Bugles? It wasn't the Boogaloos?
Mm-mm.
I know you're right about that.
Well, you see fucking Ryan Clark, all that bullshit he was saying?
Yeah. He looks like
When are they gonna fire that dude?
I don't know, but it seems like he does every year, and he.
Every year, dude. The guy's in the headlines like every couple weeks for some shit.
Well, recently, but I'm saying like every year when they first started, he was always doing a bunch of shit. I don't understand why they do that.
Dude, he got
He had to publicly apologize.
Yeah, very high. I think that was one of them.
He got dragged by former players.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Somebody said like, "Hey, dude, when did you become a journalist?" You know, like you were just a football player.
Is he trying to be Skip Bayless?
I don't know, man. He really takes shit seriously. I don't know why I don't see Louis Riddick anymore. He was the fucking man.
Yeah, that is true. They kind of wait. Is he doing play-by-play now?
You mean like you think he's on the Monday Night Crew?
No, I don't know about Monday night. Maybe he is. Let's see. That's hilarious.
Is WWE trying to shut down AEW?
What? Well, I mean, I'm sure they're trying to eventually put him out of business. But I think Shad Khan has too much money.
His dad owns Jaguar, doesn't he?
Shad is the dad. Was it Tony? Tony Khan's the son.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So we were earlier today getting into the Charlie Sheen documentary that's on Netflix. Not to be confused with the documentary that was done on me called Video Killed the Radio Star. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you where you can get it. Can't tell you anything else. It drops Friday. There's a lot of legal wrangling that's going to happen from now till then. Thank God I don't put my big boy suit on. I don't have to be there.
Oh, nice.
So we were kind of going down the Charlie Sheen rabbit hole with regards to the sex tapes that he's had and who brokered them. And oddly enough, guess who name keeps coming up, and that's Keith M. Davidson, who was the guy that Spice Boy hired to represent him. But I didn't know that like this story right here, the insane backstory behind the lawyer who shook down Donald Trump and Hulk Hogan, and it goes through all the dealings and the FBI sting, and then Jay, it gets to this part right here. In the Hulk Hogan case, Davidson and his client would be investigated by both the FBI and the Tampa PD, and later sued by Hogan and Charles Harder for unknown reasons. They were not prosecuted in either case, but everybody I interviewed who interacted with them found the dealings with Davidson to be chilling and disgusting. This is a man who makes his living exploiting the most private moments of famous and powerful people. As you can see in the transcripts of the FBI sting, treats exchanges no differently than you and I that might treat selling a bag of golf clubs on Craigslist. This is also a man who needs recruits and deceives news-hungry news-hungry reporters and bloggers to do his work. There was a moment in the exchange between Davidson and Hogan that strikes me as significant in retrospect. In the hotel room at the Sand Pearl in Clearwater of 2012, who, Jay, that's one of the things you comment on camera.
Yep.
Florida. Shortly before the tapes traded hands, Davidson excused himself to use the restroom, leaving the tapes unguarded on the bed. Hulk Hogan would tell me how in this moment it occurred to him how easily it would be for him to have grabbed them and broke them in half, then kicked in the bathroom door and done the same to the man who and done the same to the man who had just been so stupid as to give him that opportunity. Here, right here, Jay, this says it all, because we all believe in the system.
Mm-hmm.
He resisted telling himself that justice would run its course. That's what the half a dozen officers in the next room were also there for. So he didn't. And when the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office officially declined to press charges 7 months later, he would come to he would come to rue his restraint. Now we can imagine that Donald Trump, a man who's not been shy of his criticism of the FBI, has another reason to hate the agency, currently investigating him for a bungled conspiracy of his own. That right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm saying, I'm not going to, what we did Friday night, what we saw, I was with Pitty, and he said it was the most clear explanation of everything that occurred that he'd seen anywhere, because it's a very convoluted and complicated situation.
It's a tough story to tell.
But at the end of it, I think everybody walked away with a clear understanding of two things. You didn't broker the tape. Spice Boy did.
And it ruined me, and it propelled, well, Hogan got rich. Spice didn't have any effect on him, and Mike Calta got my job.
Right. And another thing that's interesting.
By the way,
it didn't portray him in a bad light at all.
Who, Hogan?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's not negative against him at all.
Between you, Steve, and Kevin, I think let's before we leave, let's list our star power of the documentary.
Steven and Kevin.
I would say Kevin, you and Steven.
Steven really set it up.
You know who else? Tom Bean.
Oh, 100%.
Kevin, Tom Bean, Steven, you.
And I'm at the bottom of that. I had the least to say, but I think I had some important things to say.
You did.
I'm saying Reginald Roundtree and Tuttle.
Oh, zest.
Dude, everybody loved Reggie when he was on. People started cheering.
Yeah, I know. They did. We forgot. You know what? There's so many. Video Killed the Radio Star. It's available Friday. I just can't quite tell you when and where because I'm under a court order, Willie. Maybe tomorrow things will change. Jay, thank you. You nailed it. It was so good to see you. Appreciate you, my friend.
Appreciate you, Bubba.
We'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes for the Monday Uncensored. See you then.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
I could have worn up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up Bean.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council.
Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.